wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called Suck a Spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
We got a little Friday show going on for you. Good morning. Welcome to the KVJ show. How you all doing today?
Hey, good morning.
Hey. I just found out that Jaybird gets your husband's hand-me-downs. He's got on a new jacket that is mighty flashy.
Yeah.
Mighty flashy. I like that. That's kind of a retro little look and fit there, and it's a interesting color combination because you got maroon, light blue, some gold in there, all kind of cultivated together with a flower on the front.
It's laundry month. So I figured, you know what? Why not sport this today?
Oh, to me, that would be an A rotation. I love that.
Laundry month.
Yeah, go ahead. Touch the sleeve, Virginia. Go ahead. Touch that. That's enough.
That came from Panda. I've touched it.
Oh, yeah. No, I like it. I like it. It is cool when you do find yourself during laundry month, you can experiment with other outfits, kind of like what we're doing today.
Like you always should, yeah.
Yeah.
Cultivate it, do something different.
Panda is very, fun about his fashion. He'll go on, eBay.
Yeah.
And he'll buy, vintage stuff.
That's
and
cool.
He'll find deals. He'll open up boxes, and pull out, awesome stuff. And he's like, I got this for $5. I'm like, what?
Yeah, he's always had a good sense of style, that
He
cat.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
And he
has a good
loves
look.
doing it.
Uh-huh.
At Christmas time, he gave me 5 dresses. 4 of them fit perfect and were home runs.
Wow.
One of them was a little bit big, but I washed it, it shrunk and fit perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point I love wearing it. I still don't really know how to put it together. Don't really have an eye for it, but it's fun. It's fun to, put some, and you can do it on the cheap. I've been telling you about our little thrift vintage runs, and yeah, a lot of the stuff I've been wearing is $5 each for jackets, shirts, all that kind of stuff.
Play dress up. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. You want to see Jaybird's new cultivated look? You can check that out. He's really the only flashy one here today. He's the only one that's really looking good. So
I'm looking weird today.
it's a good look. I love it. It's on YouTube right now. You just go on there and look for the KVJ show, and you can check us out either live, streaming right now. Put us up on your flat screen. Say hello. Or you can check us out anytime, also on demand.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Megan Fox is talking to anybody that'll listen about how amazing Machine Gun Kelly is. And oh my gosh, he might be the perfect man. We are fire, spirit, souls, or some kind of BS.
It was some weird thing. Spirit fire sticks. Something weird.
It was something like the made us go, huh? You're a weirdo. But can he really be the perfect, most wonderful man if he had overlap with her and his last girl? There's a girl named Summer Rae who's come forward and said, no, I was dating him. And then all of a sudden he met Megan. Him and I were together. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden I saw pictures of him and Megan hooking up. And I was like,
whoops.
Okay, I guess he's not my boyfriend anymore.
You would think not.
Can a guy be perfect if he pulls that overlap?
We have a taste of Summer Rae if you want that.
I do.
Okay, Summer Rae, you have the stage.
I dated Colson, never had sex with him. I'm the most prude person ever. At least 3 months. I make you wait at least 3 months, and I have to make sure you're someone good to me. I'm not gonna make you a number if you're not good to me,
Okay, that's enough.
I'm at 5. I was at 5 likes. How many seconds did you play? Because I was at 5 to 6 likes.
That's 12.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
I see why Machine Gun Kelly got out.
Right.
That's a lot of energy.
And if you didn't know, his real name is Colson.
Colson.
His mother did not give him the name Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Colson.
Machine's not his first name.
No.
Middle name Gun.
The Rock does this fun thing where, when he is doing a movie, he is strict about his diet, his workout, his whole regimen, he's hardcore. But when he's not doing a movie, he also likes to post his cheat meals. And
Yes.
oh, baby.
They're unreal. Well, it's, when he's done with a workout, he'll even do like those big workouts, and it's so fun. I was the same way. You look at that, and you're like, it's like you earned that meal, dude, and it'll turn to muscle.
He'll do like pancakes,
Yeah.
cheesecake,
Yeah.
sushi, cookies,
Yeah.
pizzas, donuts.
Oh,
Like
it's
it's
so
just
nice.
crazy how. In other words, a Jason Saturday night.
It's so weird you have a Rock story because I had a dream about The Rock last night. And maybe because I was watching some Rock wrestling, but I had a dream I was working for him and he got mad at me and he rock bottomed me on top of an elephant.
Was it a sexy move?
No, the rock bottom.
Oh.
His finishing move. I've been it's so weird. I've been watching so much Rock stuff lately.
Interesting. Yeah. And finally, here, I don't know if you want this story, but I'm going to give it to you anyway.
Okay.
Jane Fonda is talking about how she fantasizes about younger men.
Okay.
She says she's no longer interested in being in a sexual relationship, but she loves to have fantasies about younger professors that are teaching her stuff.
She's not into guys her own age? Well,
She said she doesn't want to have a sexual relationship. She enjoys living in fantasy land, and she fantasizes about getting them young.
Okay.
I mean,
There you
I'm
go.
not that shocked, are you, that she's lusting for a younger gentleman?
I just think it's like sad that she's not getting her one because she could get one.
She could absolutely get one.
You don't have to keep that just in a fantasy world, girl. You're Jane Fonda. It doesn't matter how old you are. You could get a young, hot guy.
She could get somebody in her 20s if she wanted to.
Absolutely. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about, Bird?
Virginia, if you found out that Panda was a robot this entire time in your relationship, would that change how you feel about him? Would that change your feelings knowing he could be shut off by a chip or a plug?
Yeah.
That makes you second guess everything. Even though he loves you, he's still Panda. Everything you guys had really did happen. Are you able to move on with him, or would you want a divorce?
Why are you so weird?
Well, because I've been watching The Twilight Zone a lot. I've been
Dude,
no.
come back to real TV. Stop watching all this weird stuff.
That jacket came with some free pot, Virginia.
It's making you weirder.
I'm trying to get deep here in a fun way. I'm just saying there was this episode and it got me thinking. There was a prisoner. Follow me real quick.
Okay.
And they threw him off on this planet where it was deserted. And that was his punishment. He was banished there forever, but he kept on trying to appeal. And these people kept on coming back down and saying, sorry, you're stuck here on this planet by yourself forever. But the one guy felt bad for him because he thought the guy was innocent. So he left a woman there to keep him company. But it was a robot woman. And the guy shunned her at first because it wasn't real to him. So, after time goes on, he starts, the loneliness creeps in. He starts to fall in love with this robot. And by the time his parole comes up, they visit him and say, hey, they want you back. You're innocent. He wants to stay at the planet with the robot because he fell in love with the robot. And it didn't matter to him after so much time had passed.
Sure.
It didn't matter that it wasn't a human anymore. And I just wonder, is that where we're heading as a society?
Who's been programming the Panda robot?
The Panda robot?
Well, you said Panda was a robot. Who's been programming it?
Oh, I'm just saying, I don't know, the government did this, you just found this out, you're reeling, but all those moments happened when he made you feel so special. Are you really entertaining this? I feel like I've talked too long. I don't know.
You've definitely talked too long.
I was going to talk about my ponytail instead. Kind of second guessing this now.
Yeah, you should have gone pony.
No. Let me ask you that, Kevin. You find
Yeah.
out the Queen is a robot this entire time. Does that make you second guess everything?
No, it explains a lot, actually. No, I don't.
Do you stay with? Do you want to stay with her, or would that make you want to go find a human?
Yeah, I think I would stay with her. I think that, for us, as things become normalized, what is weird? You always ask that question. And it's just kind of what you're used to. You look at one culture to the next, and what is weird to one culture is not to the other. So if it's established as a norm, and it's about how you feel, it's your moments. And, I think as humans, we give everything a score. And if your time and association with a robot is an A and it's great, you're going to have feelings. There are probably appliances and things that you say, man, I love my smartphone. I love my juicer, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
You kind of grow attached to it because you're having good, positive experience. And it'd be the same thing with a robot, especially if it would interact.
Yes.
You wind up loving your dog.
Man, you get me.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Because there's a part in the episode where
But I'm high.
Who slipped Kevin a gummy?
Yes.
There's a part in the episode where he yells at her and she breaks down like a human would. She's crying real emotions and it kind of jars him and go, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to hurt you so bad.
Yeah.
Because it was so real and it got to be normal for him. If we grew up with robots and treating them normal, if they looked like humans, I think we'd be having a different discussion.
It might be
here.
weird for my son Cannon, for instance, who's almost 13. Because I just saw they have new soft skin for robots, and so they're making them more human-like. And he may find himself in a place in 20 to 30 years, about the time he's about ready to creep into middle age, almost where I am now. He might find himself with realistic robots like what you speak of that can carry on conversations without that weird voice. It sounds just like any other human's voice. The artificial intelligence can operate so quickly that you could have this type of scenario, but yet he grew up with this concept being weird. So that's going to be interesting for if we've got kids that age, their generation may have to make that weird transition. Now, his kids or his kids, they would grow up where robots might be around the entire time, and there's nothing weird about it because it's been normalized.
Well, when I'm 70 years old, are they going to play audio back from when I was, 35? Robots are taking our jobs, and they're terrible. And they're terrible for society. And then, when I'm 70, that's deemed as a terrible thing. Because
you'll
robots,
get canceled.
Yeah, because
robots will cancel you.
They're
because,
so normal.
And they have feelings now.
Yes.
And you said terrible things. It'd be like you just talking about you could take robots out and put in a human race or population like Chinese. And they'd be like, you wouldn't say that now about Chinese people. Oh my gosh, if you said that about robots, we got to go get you and cancel you.
Virginia, that's why the episode was tripping me out, because the robot really became real to that guy. And that's all he wanted, because there was such a connection. Didn't matter if it was a robot or not.
You know what, man? What is real?
Well, come on now.
You know what is?
I think I just opened everyone's mind up this morning.
Okay.
That's all I got.
It's deep stuff.
That's all I got.
Deep thoughts by the bird.
I think I shut Virginia down.
Yeah, Virginia's broken.
It went on a long time.
Kevin took the bait.
I think you took all my time. I think you got to skip me.
Well,
Kevin.
I had to help him, Virginia. I felt the guy over there dying. I'm like, we had to make this a conversation.
That was deep.
Big Brother needs to come back on so you can watch regular TV shows again.
By the way, I love your dress.
Thank you. It's a caftan.
I think it looks great on you.
Oh, thank you.
Somebody's saying, too, if you want to check out a more recent episode of something that kind of addresses the same thing, a Black Mirror episode is on season 2. It's called Be Right Back, and it's where there's a husband that was a clone robot.
Very good episode.
So there you go. Somebody else said, tell Bird no more wake and bake. All right.
I will say this. I am on about 37 hours of zero sleep.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Good times.
Just a little warning.
Poor guy.
No, you don't have to feel bad.
Now
for
it
him.
makes sense.
Insomnia or sex marathon?
Stop. Sex marathon. But hanging out with my dad the
That's
last 2
hopeful.
days.
That's creepy. I saw some sexy pictures of
What
you
is
and your
creepy,
dad.
Virginia? I mean, let's say one day we decide to start banging our dads.
Did you see that sexy photo shoot that him and his dad did in the pool together?
No.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh, it's all over our
it's
social media.
dripping with
Wow,
sex.
dude.
It's
Yeah.
so.
It is not dripping with
Whoa,
sex.
man.
Don't say that about my dad.
Oh, jeez.
I think we've already established he's a dill.
Okay. Oh, I'll have to go
Oh,
check
you mean
this out.
it was dripping with sex for the people, not between me and him? him?
All of it.
Oh man.
Wow. There's obviously a lot going on here today.
I like this show's already started off a little weird today.
I
like
wasn't ready for it. I better brace myself. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you see that?
Well, I got the one photo. If you're checking out KVJ TV, that is what they call in swimming the rear mount.
See?
It's the first time I actually legit swam in my pool, and it was with my dad and my sister. We had such great fun.
Aw.
Okay.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Good times.
Throwback to when you were a kid.
Yeah, we had a great time. We just had fun.
That's cool.
All right, Virginia, what's on your mind? Make it fast.
I want to get the vaccine. That's it.
I was kidding.
I'm sorry.
No. Take your time, Virginia. You're entitled.
So Panda is signed up. He's going to get his vaccine on Tuesday morning. I know not everybody wants to get it, but I do want to get it. And then so yesterday I was talking to Mags's doctor because the cutoff age for the kids is 18. Nobody under 18 is going to be able to get it yet. And I was asking her why. And she said because right now they're doing trials on the vaccine on 16-year-olds just to make sure that it doesn't affect anything weird or do anything different to them because they're in a different state of growth than we are.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So if you've got younger teenagers and stuff like I do, and you're curious about it for them, just know that that 16 and up will probably be in the fall because they're in trials right now for that age group.
That announcement did kind of open up a question that, people are doing a deeper dive on. And right now, it is actually a little bit of an issue. Because if you look right now at the younger age group, and it's going to be 18 over, but they right now are realizing that we might have a little bit of a problem with younger demo people because they're saying, look, nobody my age really is dying from the disease. Nobody's being hospitalized. To us, it's not much worse than the flu or a cold or whatever. So, we're living life. They found that young adults 25 to 34 do make up the largest percentage of COVID cases in Florida. But when they asked them about getting the vaccine, 47% of people under the age of 30 say they will not be getting it. So that is the largest group of non-responders, is that demographic group. More and more people are saying, yeah, I'll get the vaccine. But that under 30 age is what they're worried about because they are the ones that spread it the most.
And they're the ones that might spread to the other strains.
The variants, yeah.
And then that is like the thing where they're not sure that all of the vaccines cover all of the strains.
Right. So that right now is going to be a little bit of the issue as we get in there. Is it's all great news for pretty much anyone 30 or older. It's going to be starting next Monday. Going to be able to get it, no problem. But that's going to be the big question. How many will? And if they're the ones that are spreading it the most, what will that mean for the overall COVID numbers?
Right.
If they're like, I'm not going to get the vaccine, or they can't get the vaccine.
Do we still have another year of figuring this out? I thought we were at the end.
Well, if you listen to Bill Gates, he did an interview and he said probably by the end of 2022, life will look like it did before the pandemic.
Damn it. I wanted my summer, Kevin.
It'd be a year and a half then.
We talking masks still or no masks after 2022?
He's saying that, you wouldn't be able to tell there was anything that had happened by the end of 2022 is Bill Gates' timetable.
Like it'll be just a blip. Something we had to go through.
Yeah, and let's say you went into a coma in 2019, right before it hit, and then you woke up at the beginning of 2023, you would have no idea anything happened.
That's so weird to bring that up because there's a Twilight Zone episode. No, I'm just kidding.
Jason.
He's going in for round 2.
No more Twilight Zone. That's it. You've hit your quota of Twilight talk.
That's what you do when you can't sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you watch weird programming. Well, what is on my mind? We all wear AirPods, a lot of us. A lot of your kids wear them. I wear them every single day to do the show. I wear them at home while I'm doing work. And there is a TikTok video from a doctor in Pembroke Pines that really got my attention and the attention of 36 million other people.
Uh-oh.
In the TikTok video, it shows him pulling a ball of earwax and fungus out of somebody's ear. And he says that you could possibly wind up getting 1-2 from putting things in your ears for too long, like your earplugs or your AirPods. And there are a lot of kids that live with their AirPods in their ears, even if they're not listening to anything. They're just ready for something to start stimulating their brain.
It's an accessory.
Yes, it is.
It's a status symbol.
Yes, it is. And I wear them a ton. And people always notice I already have a thing about clean orifices. So I'm always fiddling with my ears and cleaning and all that kind of stuff. But I do have to tell you and admit that that I can tell that the AirPods I clean even more because I'm like, all right, I don't want to wear those clunky old headphones that go up over your head and mash down this gorgeous hair. So I can't do that route. But the AirPods, I do notice that I got to work extra hard because my ears don't like them.
Yeah, I've never seen somebody so diligent with all of their holes on their body. And he's so good. I've seen it.
I'm nonstop.
16 years.
Some of them you don't know how diligent he is.
No,
Yes.
I'm pretty close.
Guess which one's my cleanest hole? It's a fun game.
He has to come over there and inspect.
It's a good bit.
Kevin's cleanest hole.
We'll take
coming up at 8 o'clock.
Pictures of all of them.
Yes. So anyway, just to give you a little bit of a heads up that that is a possibility. And if you want to go get freaked out, just look for that video on TikTok. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, yesterday we found out that we're getting a new vending machine here at the radio station, and they had asked for our advice. So everybody here on the show came up with a list of 5 items that they would put in the vending machine, and then we put them up on our website at kvjshow.com and let people vote on who had the best list. What should be put right into the vending machine.
Yeah, I did a whole really in-depth food blog.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And I put it on KVJ, our Facebook page, and it was like an hour and a half. I put it up there, and I looked back. It had 1 like. I deleted it and said, never again am I posting this. 1 like in an hour and a half? I mean...
1 like, and you look down at your sister.
Well, it's time to retire.
So did Jaybird take the win today, or could there be a shocking upset because he loves snacks the most? We'll find out next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
How devastated would Jaybird be if he didn't win the vending machine snack challenge that we had yesterday?
He might not win it because sometimes when he's too close to something, he has too high of a passion level.
Okay.
He gets too freaked out, and it's too big for him.
Kind of blows it.
I hate to agree with the witch, but I've already accepted that I'm not going to win this thing because I am too involved. I'm too deep into this. I love it
And
too
picking
hard.
just 5, that's hard.
Yeah, when it comes to these drafts and all that stuff, I think if they don't listen to the actual segment, they don't get what's going on. They think those are my first choices. They don't realize things are picked before. It's a mess, Kevin.
It is. Okay.
No sleep.
Yeah.
0 sleep, no. And it's getting weirder with each minute I'm awake.
Well, here's what we have. We each got to choose 5 things. So this new vending machine they're putting in here to the radio station, they asked, okay, what do you guys want? So here are the limitations for 5 items. Jaybird, he had Hot Pockets, pizza combos, Bugles, Yoo-Hoo, the drink, and Snickers. That was his 5.
We did have to have, we should have had 1 drink in there apiece, right?
You could have, yeah.
Oh, was it mandatory?
I mean, it was
Wasn't
whatever.
mandatory.
No, it wasn't
I
mandatory.
never would have put you. I mean, it's
Okay. Yeah, it was just 5 items. Yeah, if you choose a drink, you choose a drink.
teacher. I didn't understand the assignment.
I went with a drink. I put in the Tito's mini bottles, which I think every office should have.
They can't do that.
That is home cooking. Was that really one of your options?
It was.
Oh man.
Well, who says you can't put that in there? Everybody who works here is 21 and older.
And this is how Kevin rigged and won the competition.
No, that's just smart thinking.
You feel that heating up, Virginia?
Yeah.
Smells
Summer
like the
of rig.
summer rig.
Yep, it's back.
Oh yeah.
I also had almonds, beef jerky, dried fruit, sugar-free Red Bull in there, little Tito's and vodka. You can throw that in there, a little sugar-free Red Bull and vodka.
Remember when he gave his list yesterday? He had all that crap on there. We were making fun of it.
That's the same stuff.
I don't remember Tito's on there. Do you?
No.
Somebody padded their stats.
Okay.
We see you, Ralston.
All right.
Oh, it's good to be king.
Virginia had Zapp's chips, Reese's Cups, Ruffles sour cream and cheddar, Cheetos, and coconut water.
Oh,
That was her suggestions.
You really did well with the general public, though, on the first couple. Because the general public loves all those things.
Those are rock star snacks. I know you don't agree with me on the coconut water, but here's the deal. On days that I'm hungover, if I could come in here and have coconut water is jam-packed with electrolytes. It's great for a hangover, trust me.
Yeah, coconut water was a selfish choice. You were a woman of the people before. That last one was for you, and I think that's going to cost you.
Sometimes you got to think about yourself.
Okay. And then let's see, we had Dennys went with avocados, rice cakes, kind bars, yogurt, and trail mix.
What a hippie.
Oh, man, he tries to sell these kind bars to me like they're Snickers. I'm like, dude, stop it. It's not.
Not buying it?
Of all the granola bars, though, Kind is the best.
The only time I liked the Kind bar was during October when I thought I was dying and I was only eating lentil soup. I was like, oh, these Kind bars are great.
Okay, well, after getting a day's worth of votes on our website at kvjshow.com, our winner is, with 35% of the votes, Jaybird.
Oh, my
Wow.
God. Really?
Yeah.
Thank you to the people.
You did get the win.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the depression funk you would have gone into.
No one wants depression. Not on a Friday
No.
show.
No.
Then it went me, Virginia, and trailing with only 7% of the vote was Dennys.
Aw.
Look, Suits is as snacky as well. I know he wasn't involved, but don't let the prodigy, catch you sleeping. He's good when he wants to be bad. My friends, he's real naughty.
So naughty.
Yeah, he's naughty.
Tell us more.
Oh, no, he's not. He gets messy with it.
Oh, he does.
Oh,
huh?
Suits could be in a food, like snuff film. I'm just...
What?
Never mind. Nah, again, no sleep.
Snuff film? Isn't that where they kill people?
No, I don't think. Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, no. If it is, I apologize. I wasn't trying to go that weird.
Got some new snack creations out there. Tell me what you think. Are you buying or selling these? Hostess is coming out with key lime cupcakes.
Ooh.
They've got a key lime creamy filling with green icing. It should be out soon.
Yeah.
Buying or selling, Virginia?
I mean, I love the concept of key lime pastry, but I just don't like any pastry in cellophane. I'd buy it for my family, but I probably wouldn't eat it.
Okay. Bird?
I was raised on cellophane. I mean, that's what I was. Right? I mean, we loved it.
You're probably about 23% plastics.
Oh, I've eaten so
When
much
he dies,
plastic.
he's going to be buried in cellophane.
I can't even swim in the ocean because that would be polluting the water. I like it, but to the witch's point, that would be better at a bakery where they home make it
fresh.
Yeah,
and there's so many little spots. If you go along the Keys, down to the Keys, there's places where they do key lime cakes, key lime pie, chocolate covered key lime frozen on a stick.
Sure.
Oh.
But that's not what you're buying here.
Two places locally, real quick, if you want these small little key lime pies, the ones that Denny's got me on. Joseph's Classic Market does really good ones, and so does Publix.
And so does Bednar's. Bednar's Market has the little key lime pies, too. They're amazing.
It's all not about the pie innards. It's about the crust, too. There are some people that have some broke-down crust out there. It's dry.
Okay. Well, no word on how hostesses are, but they will be available soon. What about Pop-Tarts? 3 new flavors: peach cobbler, lemon cream pie, and tropical mango.
Oh, man, they really missed.
So you're going thumbs down on that.
3.
Selling that.
Come on.
Okay. Bird's not buying that, Virginia. How do you feel?
I don't like Pop-Tarts. My family loves them. I don't get it. Again, the cellophane pastry.
Give us a Snickers version of a Pop-Tart. Give us what
Go
the
get
people
a fresh
want.
donut.
Yeah, or a donut Pop-Tart. A donut Pop-Tart.
Okay.
A Dunkin' Pop-Tart.
Okay.
Come on, man.
What kind of donut?
Oh, my gosh. You could do a Boston cream stuff. You could even do a blueberry donut.
Okay.
Yeah. You could do the BH donut. The one I love.
We know you love the BH.
I love the BH donut's my favorite.
Stands for butt.
Well,
Something, yeah. For the way it looks.
It looks like it's the Kroller or the Kreller or the Cruller.
You've got a crueler BH.
Okay, what about this? You buying or selling? Pepsi and Peeps doing a combo for a marshmallow flavored soda.
Whoa, that is some sugar overload.
Marshmallow flavored soda. Could
Again,
that work?
my family would be so into it. They love Pepsi. They love Peeps.
Okay.
That I give it a. That's disgusting. I hate Peeps.
They're coming in 7.5 ounce mini cans, 3 colors, pink, blue, and yellow, just like the Peeps colors. And they're not going to be really in stores, and it's only going to be a limited time. You've got to enter the company's #HangWithMyPeeps sweepstakes to get your hands on the soda. So they make you jump through all kinds of hoops to get it too.
There's some home runs in here, and there is definitely some big misses.
Okay,
Yeah.
and one more for you. Heinz just announced 2 new mashups. Sweet Ketchili, which is a mix of ketchup and sweet Thai chili sauce.
That's how you
Anybody
make
buying
ketchup
that?
better.
Okay, you're buying that.
Yeah, I hate ketchup, but I love sweet Thai chili sauce.
I'm a big fan of the Heinz ketchup with the honey already in it.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
You like that, huh?
Anytime you can add more sugar to something, he's in.
He is in.
It's real good.
It is, huh?
I give it 2 out of 2.
2 out of 2.
Or 5 out of 5. That's better. I'm sorry. No sleep.
And you've also got Buffa Ranch, which is a buffalo sauce and ranch in with your regular Heinz product.
I would have gone buffalo blue cheese or buffalo blue cheese would have been better.
Buffalo Blue
Buffalo blue.
or Blue Buffalo?
Yeah, blue buffalo.
I think that's
Okay.
a dog food.
Buffalo cheese. Nah, this is a think tank.
It's okay, baby. It's nap time.
Don't call me baby.
We gotta get a cot. We gotta get a little cot. Somebody get his juice and cookies. We gotta put him down.
Juice and cookies.
Just a little nap.
I do love juice and cookies.
Just a little nap. You're not making no sense.
No, I am. Kevin, tell her. Please.
You're making great sense. I'm enjoying it. And to think we got 4 more hours of this.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Got some celebrity birthdays going on today. Keira Knightley is 36 years old. Leslie Mann, she married well into a guy that put her into several movies.
I have a crush on her.
She's adorable.
Yeah, she's
I've
fun.
always liked her.
She seems like a lot of fun, absolutely. You got Kenny Chesney, big country star, turning 53 today. He lives in the Caribbean and spent some time in Key West.
Is he still cranking out some country hits?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He is an A-lister. He's had recent material that's hitting hard.
That's what I love about country. They treat their old people nice in country. Way nicer than the pop world.
Yeah, you're talking about John Mayer, and styles change so much in top 40 music. And in country, it stays pretty consistent. And he's 53 today, you can be 53 and still be very topical and relevant, just like any 23-year-old or 25-year-old on the charts.
They don't throw them away, Virginia, in the country world.
Yeah.
No.
It's something we gotta look at about ourselves.
We need to go to country. Let's get that southern twang a little bit more.
I'm all about 90s country. Bring it.
That's a great career move.
Yeah, solid.
We only do.
We're going to
90s
start
country.
a 90s country station, Kevin. Are you in?
I think I might take a pass on that.
Although I would love it on a personal level, career-wise, I don't think it's good.
You guys going to Biloxi and the Beaver?
The Beaver.
Yeah. Jennifer Grey, baby. Don't put her in a corner, but now you have to put her in a wheelchair. She's 61. You believe she's getting that old?
Wow.
Yeah. Steven Tyler is 73 today, lead singer of Aerosmith. Diana Ross, 77. James Caan. Do you know him as the dad from Elf, or do you know him from The Godfather? That might say something about your age. He's 81 today. Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, turns 81 as well. And I got to give a big old shout out to my twins. Colin and Caitlin are 23 years old today.
And that is awesome.
Whoop, whoop.
That's amazing. I can't believe how old they are.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
23 years old.
Jeez.
May I please say a birthday for my buddy's son?
Yes.
It's his birthday. His name's Gavin. My buddy Frank Torrey. His son Gavin got a birthday today. So happy birthday. Hope you guys get to hear this.
Yay.
Okay.
Happy birthday to everybody.
A couple other birthday shout outs here. We got one to my mom, Chris Marshall. Enjoy your birthday weekend. And send some sun to me in North Dakota. That's from Emma. Also, happy birthday to Eric. He's 47. The not Lamey Amy, it says. Happy 15th birthday to my amazing daughter Ava from Daddy Karen and the little bro Lucas. Happy 13th goes to Sophia Trujillo. Headed to Bach Middle School this morning from Mom, Dad, Charlie, Punkin, and Lily.
It's a great school.
Yes, it is. Also, happy 9th birthday, Mason. Love you, the moon and back. That is from Mom.
Does Bach ever have the kids sing, we will Bach you?
I don't know.
That'd be fun.
You should go and see if they want to do something. They'd love to have you come. They bring in like guests from different fields, and you would shine as a communications expert.
I'll just show up today randomly. Hey guys, you guys ever done?
You can't do that. You can't show up randomly at a school.
Yeah, and if you say, hey, you guys ever do, and the way you're dressed, they're going to fill in the blank with pot.
Yeah, it totally looks like I'm dealing.
Yes.
Tackle him.
Yes. It's time once again for another round of the No Name Movie Game. Bird has been on an amazing roll here. He's got a streak going on of 2 wins in a row. Wow.
To my opponents, don't sing it, bring it.
Dang. You know, Bird, you can actually tie Virginia's win streak if you win today. So pretty impressive stuff. Even with the goose egg in week 9, Virginia still has the highest average correct guesses per round, 4.2. That is courtesy of Stat Guy Josh.
Oh, boom, knocking the witch off the broom.
Oh, yeah, I dialed up a turd last week.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Virginia, you still lead with overall wins at 5. Bird, you've got 3. Dennys at 2.
Ooh, hot pockets in here.
Okay. Things are changing here.
It's okay. He hasn't slept.
All right, we're going to start off here with Virginia, and her partner is Bob from Stewart. Hello, Bob.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning. Okay, you
All
ready to
right.
do this?
Just tell Jaybird that sorry and that it's not the streak's not going to happen.
Oh.
Bob from Stewart, you definitely have a Guy Harvey shirt on right now. No?
No, I got a polo, but I won with you before. I played in one group like a couple years ago.
Oh, so
Okay.
Bob is good. If you can win with the bird, you're good.
All right. He's a lum.
That's a challenge right there.
He's a lum.
Okay, Bob, Virginia's going to give you clues. She can't use any of the characters' names, actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock for you, okay?
Alrighty.
Okay, your time begins now.
Pass. It's a pig in the city was the second one. What was the first one? It was just called yes. He's a big lizard stepping in on the town. Huge lizard.
Godzilla.
Yes. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. I need you to kiss my ring. I'm Italian. I'm the head of the family. I'm what?
Godfather.
Yes. It's a football term, but it was also about this family that brought in this kid. They adopted him.
The Blind Side.
Yes. Pass on that one. These are little green guys. They are flying in little spaceships. They're not.
Gremlin.
No.
Alien.
Yeah.
Martian.
It's the opposite of down.
Up.
And then it's what you walk up to go to the next floor.
Stairs.
Other name for them.
Up. Steps.
Yep. Just
Step up.
slip it up.
you
Yeah,
got it,
you
you
got
got
it.
it.
He got it.
Dang.
The witch.
Dang, Bob.
It's a 6 spot.
You are the real deal, Bob.
Half a dozen.
Dang.
Boom. Son.
Okay.
Oh, Bob came to play.
Yeah. Okay.
Taking that
Oh,
belt.
man.
And I want it, Denny.
Oh,
Dang.
about that streak.
Okay, we got Denny's partner Donna on here from Boynton Beach. Hello, Donna.
Hey, Denny. How
What's
are
up?
you guys?
Doing well.
Okay.
All right, Denny.
Get it.
All right, you ready
Okay,
for this?
Denny, you know that this is going to be a loss, right?
I'm ready for it.
Oh.
All right, Denny. Have fun with that, Denny.
All right, strong start.
Yes, the Braveheart speech helped.
There's your pep talk.
Yep, there you
I
go.
don't go to the movies.
You imagine if a coach sent his team out onto the court or the field with that kind of thing. Guys, we know there's going to be a loss.
But
I've never coached before. Good luck.
we're here for the good time.
Okay, that's interesting motivation. Let's see if it works. 60 seconds on the clock here. No Name Movie Game. Your time begins now.
It is a movie that took place in Miami about a gay couple who has a nightclub. Very funny. Early 90s.
No idea.
It's also what you keep a foul in. Here, this is it's the next schooling after 7th, before high school. It's the final one of middle school. What would the term be?
9th
So
grade.
Pass that one. Let's see.
High
This
school,
is
junior high.
this is it's a calendar. That shows all the astrological signs. It's also the name of a killer.
Horoscope.
It was a type of killer.
Serial killer. Horoscope killer.
Pass that one. This,
I told you.
this is if you invite him in, he'll never leave. He haunts you. The girl's kid invited him in. Pass that one. This is if you take a bunch of cash and wad it up.
Say it again.
Wad up a bunch of cash. What would that be? It was also.
Oh boy.
Pass
I
that one.
suck.
He ran up. No.
That's my favorite round ever.
She's adorable.
Oh, Donna called her shot.
Come on. I'm like an old lady here, and I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
Real.
You are awesome.
We love you more.
That made my day.
Yeah, it was entertaining. It was entertaining, Donna. Thank you very much for your try there. Okay.
Donna, you win in our hearts.
Yeah,
Yes.
called that shot. All right, we got Alex on here, also from Boynton Beach, to see if Jaybird can keep a streak going, making it 3 in a row.
Alex, I need it, and I need it hard. I think you understand this.
Yes, I do, Jaybird. We got this.
Okay. I thought you were a dude.
He only takes
That's
it hard from
insulting.
dudes.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so creepy. I'm
No, I'm a female.
All right, Alex.
Come on, get it right already.
You don't want it hard from her? You just want it hard from dudes?
No, that's not what the whole thing fell apart.
Yeah, it
Once you
did.
realize.
Yeah, it all sounded. So let's do this thing, Alex.
Okay, here we
All
go.
right, you got it.
60 seconds on the clock. No name movie game. He's looking for 3 wins in a row. Bird, your time begins now.
We gotta get some good food in New York City. But it's not pizza. It is this. We're gonna go to blank. Pass. I am. What's the opposite of being together? With lightness. There's light.
Being apart?
No, we're in light together. Pass, Dennys.
Divorce?
Pass, Denny. No. You put this your suitcases at the airport. You put your suitcases. It's a name. It's a venue. Did you say
I
it?
think she's a
Pass. Another name for a robot. A sexier name. Pass.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm the pass. I'm a fish. I'm a superhero. I live in the water. I'm a fish superhero. I live in the water.
Aquaman.
Yes.
Oh!
Our old station's name and pigs.
Oh.
Oh man.
It's not going to do it. I'll be taking the belt.
Yeah, you will. You got a 1. Which is
Wild.
better than Denny's 0.
Sorry.
Second place.
Yeah, you can hand that belt over right now, cowboy.
Okay. Virginia goes to 6 wins. Bird stays at 3. Denny's at 2. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, he threw it on the floor, Kevin.
Oh, no.
He won't give it to me.
All right, congratulations goes to Bob, who really knows his no-name movie game. Good job there, Bob.
Hey, thank you guys. Love listening to you.
Killing it, Bob.
Bob is a sweetheart. I love this guy.
Yeah, I hope you have the best weekend ever because you deserve it.
Might be it'd be interesting if we had the stats on who has played and won the most on the other side.
Bob was tight.
From the
To
nation.
put together kind of like an all-star round like they do on Jeopardy where they bring the all-stars back to play.
Bob could be our Ken Jennings.
Yeah,
Yes,
he might be a Ken Jennings.
We had some woman call in that I think she played 6 times at one point. She won a few times with Virginia.
Okay.
Lost a bunch of times with me.
Okay. Bunch of times, huh?
Bunch.
Okay.
I think you like men better because they give it to you hard.
That whole thing just didn't work out.
Now, yesterday on the show, we had talked about you having something important to do yesterday, but you couldn't remember what it was. You only remembered the date very specifically. Did you ever figure out what it was that was so important that you were supposed to do?
I did. It wasn't anything earth-shattering, and it all worked out good because he was sick. But my buddy's got a kid who is playing JV baseball, and he just made the switch over from catcher to third base. And I played third base growing up, and he wanted me to work with him at the baseball field and go over some stuff. And that's why the Mark McGwire 25 stuck out to me. It was baseball related, but it all worked out good because the kid was sick and couldn't do it anyway.
Okay.
But at least I got my answer.
You rescheduled?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me the date so I can write it in my calendar?
I will. I forgot it, but I'll get it to you.
I forgot it.
Forgot
Now
already.
he remembers what he needs to do. He just has no idea when. It's all right. One or the other.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Who do you think finished last place? We did a KVJ draft yesterday, and we all picked out 3 different comedians, stand-up comedians. That was the topic yesterday. Made a Facebook Live video for it. And if you had to guess, out of what you had heard yesterday in our conversations, Jaybird, any name pop out to you that you think would be last place?
Yes, I think Jason Lee Pennington got last place because of one Bill Hicks. I even told my family that I voted Bill Hicks for my third pick, and they go, "What? Who?" And my dad would go, "What are you talking about?" My sister gave me the business. Yeah, I blew it. I always blow it on my third pick every single round.
Okay, well, the good news, it wasn't actually you. It was Virginia.
Who got last?
Yeah, Virginia got last.
Last?
I was really surprised with this because you had Joan Rivers, Eddie Murphy, and Steve Harvey. And as far as stand-up, I think Joan Rivers very funny. If you're talking about just classic stand-up, to me, there's maybe arguably nobody better than Eddie Murphy.
Right.
At least in my book. But
that's who
older.
When I was young, I listened to Eddie Murphy Delirious so many times.
Right.
I still, to this day, in my car, listen to Joan Rivers because she's got a bunch of her stuff that she's got live, like on audio files, and I listen to that in the car. And Steve Harvey, he is hilarious to me.
I'm surprised by that.
Damn.
Okay, and next to last place, Jaybird, you're lucky you got in there. Bill Hicks did kill you because you had 2 legends in Richard Pryor and George Carlin. Now, the question, and some people had said that, was Richard Pryor, I liked him better in his movies. George Carlin, he was, I think, in a sense, renowned because he was pushing the envelope at the time. Was he laugh out loud, hysterically funny?
Well, he was one. You're right. He was a pioneer for the comedian world. You're right. I blew it.
And Bill Hicks.
People do love. I think old people like George Carlin. Dog, I'm old. I'm stuck in the past. I blew up on my face again.
You beat me.
I did, but you're old too, though.
I really suck.
Dennys tied you.
He
next
tied
to last.
What?
Yeah, you guys tied. He had Bill Burr, Anthony Jeselnik, and Jeff Ross.
He lost it with a Ross. And I don't know if Jeselnik is popular across the board. Jeselnik is really funny because he is so blue and over the top.
Right.
And I mean, everything you're not supposed to talk about and make fun of, that's exactly what he does. So you might be turning people off with that.
Yeah.
But I love his comedy.
Well, coming in second place, and it was one person that did it for me, Dave Chappelle. And I think it's solely because of Dave Chappelle I was in second place. I think he was probably the number one guy to get. I got the first pick, so I had him. I also had Jerry Seinfeld, which now I'm not even sure he's funny in stand-up, and Ellen DeGeneres, who nobody likes. So I think all my votes, every single one of my votes was really for Dave Chappelle, would be my guess.
Dave is your shining star.
Yeah,
I can tell you. I watched the Jerry Seinfeld most recent special, and I had to turn it off. I was like, oh.
And you got a lot of hate for Ellen. I saw the comments online. Yeah,
That's amazing.
They started going personal with you.
Oh, well, they always do. Yeah, they always do. And the big-time winner, it was not even close. It was a complete runaway. Suits won with his draft picks of Robin Williams, Chris Rock, and Kevin Hart.
Hello, copy and paste.
That actually wasn't a Google list. I'm going to break Bert's heart. Robin Williams is my favorite comedian. I love his stand-up.
He was
as soon
very
as you
quick.
sent that list.
Yeah, he was very quick.
And you were like, okay, we're doing stand-up comedians. I'm like, just let me get Robin Williams. I will win this. And when you draw first, I was not even concerned. I knew you were going to take Dave Chappelle. And I know how good he is. I wanted Chappelle, but I think Robin Williams, he's beloved and he was amazing at what he did.
Good pick.
What are you a Mrs. Doubtfire
His
fan?
voices were, yes, Mrs. Doubtfire's amazing.
Love that such a good movie.
I saw him one time. I think it was maybe an anniversary show they had done for Saturday Night Live, and he was up on stage, and they were having technical difficulties, and he was on stage, and he was like, "Stretch, you want me to stretch?" And so he's going around the entire audience, and it's Saturday Night Live, so these are all comedians in there, and he's picking people out, and he was funny. And it was like 3 to 4 minutes, and they just kept telling him to stretch because he was crushing it.
Aww.
And at that point, they didn't have technical issues, and he just kept going and going and going. And I was like, when I saw that, I was like, Robin Williams is truly just funny and great on his feet.
Yeah, he was an incredible stand-up comic. I loved his specials. When I first saw him, I was in high school, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know Robin Williams did the stand-up because I only saw him in movies. But when I saw his stand-up routine, I'm like, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
You let me know if you want to do a little Mrs. Doubtfire marathon.
I'll be down. I haven't seen that movie in a bit. That's an awesome movie.
It is fun.
Did you see there's an R-rated version cut? They were talking about the director because Robin was apparently vamping so much. There's so much extra stuff in the movie that wasn't released that they could actually make an R-rated cut. The director was talking about it last week.
That'd be funny.
That would be hilarious. I would love to see the R-rated version of that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be an editor's nightmare only because he
can
probably
imagine.
gives so much content.
He was great like that. You know, his idol was a guy named Jonathan Winters that was even older than him. And my dad would always tell me, Jonathan Winters, same thing. They would give him, you remember one time, I think he was on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and they gave him a thermos, and they said, go, make it funny. And he went for 5 minutes on a thermos and did a whole skit, and they would just throw props at him. He was that quick and that funny.
Wow.
And Robin Williams idled Jonathan Winters, and so he studied that improv, being able to just go and you can give him anything and just fly with it. To me, that's a true skill. When you have no preparation, you can be that funny. So
Yeah, he was the GOAT.
Yep. Well, Suits, you're the GOAT of the game, man. You win again.
Look at you.
Nice
Strong
work.
round.
Nice work.
You're the boy to beat.
Yeah, he is.
The kid, the
Yeah, he
prodigy.
is. All right, what are your thoughts on this? Got an email. It says, my brother lives in a real nice house in a real nice part of South Florida. Money, not an issue for him. He's very successful, has a great paying job, and he loves fancy cars, and he gets a new one about every 2 years. So what he does to show a little love to his family, he gives his previous car to a different member of our family.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is kind of cool if you got money, sharing it with your family, and that's how he does it. Instead of giving them cash, he gives them the cars that he could trade in, but instead he gives it to them. And he told me that I am next up, and he's about to get a new car here in the next few weeks. The car that he's going to give me is valued at around $70,000 to $80,000.
Even used?
Apparently, that's the value of it.
That's a sweet ride.
Yeah, I'm probably not that old, so I can only imagine what kind of car that is. Well, my husband thinks that we need to sell this car because we don't need to be driving around in luxury and could really use the money elsewhere. But I know this would really upset my brother, and frankly, I really would love driving it because splurging isn't something that we ever do. My husband is so prideful and modest. I accept that, but I don't think it's his place to make this decision. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. It is not your husband's decision. If your brother would be hurt by you selling it, there is your answer right there. You can't sell it. It was a gift to you, and your brother intended for you to be able to drive it and be happy and enjoy that. If it would make him sad for you to sell it, there's no way you can consider selling it.
Especially if it's considered to be personal. And if nobody else in the family has ever sold their cars and you're the one that does it.
Yeah, that's shady. Your husband's wrong on this one. Tell him to sit down. It's not his family.
Okay. Any other thoughts on that? 877-979-WRMF. You can hit us up. You can also call or text in to get in your Feel Good Fridays. We want to celebrate some nice little wins and your good news. Just take a little positive turn here on the KVJ show coming up next. A couple comments about this woman who is getting a luxury car from her rich brother. Her husband is like, well, let's trade that thing in. Let's take the money that we get from it. Apparently the car is like a $70,000 to $80,000 car. Not sure what the values and all that might be. And he's like, let's get rid of this thing. Let's have some cash. He's like, no, it upset my brother. I'd actually like to drive around in a luxury car. We never splurge on anything. Let's do it. Virginia, you were pretty much like, yeah, you got to butt out of this thing. And it's not the husband's place to say anything on this.
No, because you would hurt your brother's feelings, and he's gifting it to you because he wants to see you drive it and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Couple of the text messages that came in here, give a couple extra thoughts on this. One says, Virginia is so wrong. First of all, it's not his family. That's the wrong attitude. When you get married, you are family.
Dang, getting called out.
No. If he doesn't put his brother's feelings before his own, it's not his family. He's not treating his brother-in-law like family. He's being very selfish.
A lot of people are bringing up the point that cars like that also need special maintenance. Tires and everything else on that is going to be more expensive. This car really could rack up the debt. And if it sounds like you're already not making a boatload of cash, this could actually take a big hit in your pocket, a lot more than the car that you drive.
Oh, the amount of comments coming in that are saying Virginia's wrong. It's actually quite alarming.
It is, okay.
It's astonishing to see how many comments are coming in.
I don't care. Look, if it becomes a problem because of maintenance down the line, then you go to your brother and you explain it. And then you say, hey, you know, I didn't realize how much more expensive it was going to be to maintain it. But you don't give it back to the dealership right when you get it. No. You got to wait till those problems present themselves, and then you can't afford it, and then you tell your brother, and then you get his blessing before you sell it.
Wow, Virginia wrong again. Stick to the dirt, Virginia. So wrong. ... I think there's more coming. Sure.
He's just making up messages. Oh, he's on Tinder. No. He's not even on the chat room.
You're a lie. I am not on Tinder.
You're right, it's Grindr.
You can't even.
It's not Tinder, it's Grindr.
You can't do Tinder from a laptop, you old person.
He wants a man and he wants it hard.
You already said that today.
It's so old. Laptop.
Well, that might actually happen fast because somebody said that check out your insurance and how that's going to change. That might be the first conversation.
Yeah, and go look at the finances first. The first thing should not be sell it. Mm-hmm. The first thing should be investigate and keep your brother's feelings paramount.
And then you can have a conversation with him, say, hey, I appreciate the gesture. We just can't afford to drive a car.
Right. Once you
like
have the numbers and the facts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. A couple thoughts on that. Thank you for that. Got some Feel Good Fridays here today. People having some good news, and we love to hear it. Somebody texted in and said, I got my vaccine appointment scheduled for Monday. It finally pays to be over 40.
Nice.
And a lot of people really excited about that.
I got Feel Good Friday.
Yeah.
You.
I know. That's nice.
You make me feel good.
Yeah.
Ass kiss.
I know, right?
Oh, my gosh. Wipe your nose. It's brown.
Uh-huh. We got several emails here. DJ from New Jersey. Today is my wife Tiffany and I's 16th anniversary, or 6th anniversary. We may argue, but at the end of the night, we always fall asleep loving each other.
Aww.
Love you, my monkey butt.
That's sweet.
Okay. And Annette, George had sent in, today's my parents' 70th wedding anniversary.
Woohoo!
Whoa.
This week, yes, her parents had their 70th
That's something to celebrate.
wedding anniversary.
You know these people.
You do too. The Georges.
Oh, yes, we love them.
John Paul's parents. Yes,
Very
we
kind
love
family.
them. Sweethearts.
They've been through so much with the loss of 2 children and a grandchild. Plus, my mom has Alzheimer's. Needless to say, it's been tough on my dad. But just amazing that they're doing what they're doing. It's Tommy and Robina Beanie Wagner. So there you go.
Yay.
That is quite a milestone and accomplishment.
Amen.
Congratulations to you. We got one to my father's last day of chemo today. It's been a long road battling stomach cancer, but we're finally done. Love you, Dad. That's Emily in Lake Worth with that Feel Good Friday.
That's big.
Yeah, it is.
Debbie, too, in Boynton Beach, she just got a diagnosis, 6 years of chronic pain and stomach issues, fatigue, and she has finally found out what it is, stage 3 endometriosis. Her doctor is able to remove 23 spots. I'm in a lot of pain, still recovering, but I know I've got a bright future ahead, and I can get rid of all the problems that have really bogged down my life for the last 6 years. So that's great.
Diagnosis is huge when they haven't been able to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. We got another Feel Good Friday. Our office wished the fabulous Liz Beth safe travels as she and her family moved to Texas. So there you go. Pretty cool that she's doing that. Her job at Coastal ENT. We're ecstatic and delighted for this wonderful person.
Her name's Liz Beth. I wonder if that was a typo and it's supposed to be Elizabeth.
Nah, they put it in twice. So if they do, they're terrible.
If it's twice, it's probably Liz Beth.
You're right. Mm-hmm. Oh, dumb comment.
Alex from Vero Beach said, So after watching the show a few weeks back, seeing the custom-made tumblers, I reached out to the ladies at Street Bananas. They've been nothing short of spectacular and designed a beautiful tumbler for my wife. Please support local business. They made an Ohio State Buckeye one for me, and I love it.
They did. They made ones for all of us, and they're beautiful. Little Street Bananas, moms starting a business. I love that.
Yeah, they made a Soda King for me. I love it.
Aw.
Somebody else, their Feel Good Friday. I'm taking my daughter to this year's historical WrestleMania in Tampa.
Okay, yes. Oh man, I sent Kevin a wrestling bit. I don't think he's gonna go for it.
When is WrestleMania?
I thought it was in April.
April 1st, maybe? Something like that, or the 10th. Maybe the 10th.
I think it's the 10th.
Yeah,
yes.
it might be the 10th.
I wanted to do where we all had to do wrestling promos against each other. You know?
Yeah, we got to. Yeah.
I want to go after Ralston, but something tells me I'd go after the witch more.
Oh, you do? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we could probably do that.
Bring it, man bun. I'm not scared.
Let's do it. Okay.
David and Rosemary got engaged over the weekend. Congratulations to them. Somebody else, their Feel Good Friday. They're getting a puppy today. What a great Friday thing, huh?
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, coming back from vacation in Mexico with my kids from spring break, my husband had to stay behind because he had to work. And when I come back, he actually built my dream closet.
Wow.
How about that for a hubby, huh?
What a surprise.
That's pretty cool. Feel Good Friday there. And also, shout out to Wesley Chapel, Florida. My Feel Good Friday, my family and I are going to Epperson Lagoon this weekend. So good family fun there.
That sounds fun.
A lagoon?
Yeah, in fact, anybody up in that area, if you can let me know, if you're around Gainesville and all that area where they got all the cool little lagoons and springs and all that kind of stuff. I was going to go during the start of the pandemic, and everybody decided they were going to go during the start of the pandemic. And so
It was so packed.
I'm kind of wondering, what are the crowds looking like?
Has it died off a little bit?
Yeah, because I would like to go. Maybe this summer might be finally the time I go, but I don't want to go. And
a lagoon where you're like on top of a bunch of tourists is not fun.
No.
I keep on hearing about this peaceful, sweet-looking park out in Jupiter. Does this sound familiar to any of y'all? Where it's gorgeous shrubberies and sceneries.
You just described every park.
But it's something where
it has grass. Does that help?
It's got a.
Does it have trees?
It's got a bit of magic behind it. A lot of people. There's a buzz behind it. There's a name for it. Everyone's talking about it.
Is it in Jupiter Farms?
I think it's out west somewhere.
So I think it's the Loxahatchee River, and it's really cool. Yeah.
No, that's not what it is. But I love the Loxahatchee River too. It's someone will know. It's going to be a good public service. I know it sounds like a mess right now. As soon as I get the name, you're going to love this place. Something Ben Park.
Bend over?
Bend over park.
You just saw it on Grindr.
Yeah.
Riverbend.
I don't want to go there.
It's Riverbend Park. You guys heard of this?
I have heard of this.
It's supposed to be magical.
I haven't been to it. I need to look it up.
Well, that lagoon reminded me of it, and that's in our own backyard.
Mm-hmm. Bend over park.
Bend over park.
Yes, Riverbend Park.
Okay.
I think it's that area right where the Loxahatchee River is. Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of good things, Kevin. There really is a buzz throughout the town.
Okay, yes. People are hitting us up now. Yes, Riverbend, it's very incredible.
Yeah, people are saying they love it.
It's a public service.
But it's that same area. It's the Loxahatchee River.
Tomato.
Mm-hmm. Bend over parks in Lake Worth. Somebody said my Feel Good Friday is when you get the address to your clients that they give you for a photo shoot, and it ends up being Tommy Hilfiger's house.
Whoa, that's
How
cool.
is that? Yeah, he had a birthday this week. Remember that? I name dropped that. It said Palm Beacher.
Fancy.
That is some cool stuff. 4-year-old niece lost her first tooth this week. So there you go. Just a couple of positives there for your Feel Good Fridays. Thank you all very much. And apparently our Pickle Squad ladies, big fans of KVJ, are going to be having a sleepover tomorrow night.
Wow.
All righty.
Pillow fights.
There you go. All right. Good stuff. All right. You know what really helps out? I'm finding out with the Feel Good Fridays, people are sending in emails. And those seem to be an easier way. We get so many texts that come in late that sometimes I don't get to them. So send me those emails, too, for your Feel Good Fridays in advance of Friday. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. I did want to give a quick shout out and just... I think that her genius needs to be recognized here today. If you watched the TV show Arrested Development, Jessica Walter, who played Lucille Bluth on the show, she passed away at the age of 80.
She also played in a great movie from back in the day called Play Misty for Me with Clint Eastwood. It's about a radio disc jockey. She's a stalker, comes obsessed with him.
Yeah.
It's really good.
From 1971. I believe she won an award for that.
It was a great movie.
Yeah, and she also was the voice of Mallory Archer on the FX series Archer. Virginia, if you watched Arrested Development, you would love her character, Lucille Bluth. She was an older woman who always was drinking.
I love it.
Just nonstop was drinking. In fact, on YouTube, I saw they have a best of Lucille Bluth. Here's just a few of the clips of the classic Jessica Walter, what she did with that character on Arrested Development.
You would like that show, Virginia.
I think I would, because Panda likes it. And yeah, I usually like stuff he likes.
It's goofy.
Yeah, I think you would really like her. We were talking not too long ago about just fantastic characters that have been on TV shows. And Lucille Bluth, to me, is one of the greatest characters on a TV show. Jessica Walter was just fantastic how she played it.
You could take a few people out of that show that are great characters on Arrested Development.
After seeing just those clips today, it makes me want to go back and watch it again. So it was a fantastic series. This is really going to be a problem. Medical marijuana. There are two big prominent stories out today of people losing their job for medical marijuana use. Now, these are people that have their card and everything that we always talk about, but it is not flying. One story is about Jason McCarty, who lost his IT job at West Palm Beach City Hall after he was reported by two other employees for smoking weed in the city garage.
Dang, they narked on him?
Yeah, they did.
Dang.
Uh-huh. But listen to this. Not only is marijuana use banned for city employees in West Palm Beach, but employees who reasonably suspect use by another employee and don't report it can be fired.
Oh.
How about that?
So you have to be a rat?
You have to be a rat,
Now-
or you will lose your job as well.
I'm going to play dumb.
Yeah, that's what we call them trying to trick people into becoming rats. They're trying to scare people into being rats, and we ain't buying it.
You can't make me a rat.
You can't make me a rat either.
Well, they're firing people if your job depends on it.
No, you can play dumb. I'm real good at it.
Yeah, how do you know?
How do you know what I know?
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know what I saw.
Well, here was the thing that was interesting is he had two other employees that reported him, and then he had to take a urine test, and he admitted he had smoked at home the night before for anxiety and insomnia rather than take a sedative that would leave him groggy the next day. His elderly mother is extremely ill, and he'd been unable to sleep, so that's why he used his medical marijuana card and smoked it up.
It's because he was smoking at work where people could see him.
Right.
That's why.
You can't do it at work.
He's doing it all wrong, baby.
Well, no, you can't do it at all. So it's not that he did it wrong.
Well.
Employees are forbidden from coming to work with illegal or illicit substances in their body. So you can't smoke it at home and then come into work.
I hear what you're saying, Boy Scout.
But it's uncool.
What we're saying is he was putting a highlighter over his head because
Right.
I'm smoking weed.
If he had only been at home smoking it to go to bed,
He says he was.
he'd be fine.
He
No,
says he was not smoking in the garage,
Other
like the
people
people reported.
other people
They
saw him.
smelled it. They didn't see it.
Well, I don't believe it. I think he got busted smoking at work.
Well, I'm telling you, they're telling you if you use it at home and then come in, you're still going to get fired.
And that's not cool.
Yeah.
It's legal because he's got the card.
But I know people that do have certain type of jobs that want to get into the green. They can't because they are.
Well, what we're seeing in both of these stories, in fact, what is going on here, and Dennys can help sort this out if there's anything I don't take care of here.
Our official green attorney has entered the room.
What happened was Florida voters approved a constitutional amendment that legalized marijuana, but here's the problem. At the federal level, marijuana is still listed as a Schedule I drug, which according to the DEA is a drug with no currently accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. That is the problem. So the city of West Palm Beach in January updated their policy to state that the prohibition applied to any substance banned under federal law, regardless of whether it's legal under Florida law. So if you work for a city like West Palm Beach that doesn't like it. Or the other story is of a teacher at Space Coast High in Brevard County that was fired for medical marijuana use. You cannot smoke at the school level either because they can fire you for medical marijuana use there as well.
Man, them feds keep messing with our heads.
I mean, nobody deserves a little pot more than teachers.
Why are you going after a teacher, especially if the teacher's doing their job? Why are you going after a teacher for smoking a little?
Now, if they're caught at school smoking, I agree.
Agreed.
They're breaking the rules.
Yes.
But these kids stress you out. Sometimes you need to get a little puff to go to bed.
And the thing is, you cannot use it at all. And this is the problem, and this is where the fight, I think, is going to get at it and why it needs to be changed at the federal level. Because even the general counsel, when it came to this teacher's job for the school board, admitted and said, yeah, okay, we get it. We don't love it, but the school district must be a drug-free workplace to receive certain federal grants. The federal government
the feds.
The feds.
It's all federal. The federal government is saying it's a Schedule 1 drug. The federal government gives you money. They say if you have employees using this drug, that we will not give you cash. And so it doesn't matter. You may not want to do it in the city of West Palm or at Space Coast High, but they have to do it, and they have to fire you if you use medical marijuana.
Is it time to maybe do a battle rap against the feds?
There are dozens of teachers right now going, oh, crap.
No, they're going like this. Oh crap.
Yeah, even Nikki Fried, Florida's Commissioner of Agriculture and Consumer Services, said that no one using medical marijuana to avoid deadly opioids should be fired for drug use, and definitely not our public school teachers. This is wrong.
I agree with Nikki.
And it is wrong.
It is wrong.
And this is a problem where it needs to be addressed, because you have Allison Enright at Space Coast High that lost her job, and you've got Jason McCarty at West Palm City Hall that lost his job. Neither one of them should. And people will continue to lose their jobs if you work for one of these government or local, state, federal government agencies using medical marijuana.
I would love to know how many feds that bust people with weed are people that are also power drinkers that go home and get all hammered. I'd love to know if they're busting people who are smoking weed at night, that if they're also doing something that I think is way worse than weed. Mm-hmm. I'd love to know those stats.
Yeah, it's really kind of crazy. Vanessa just texted in a comment. She said, so they don't want teachers or government employees smoking weed, but they can take prescription pills for anxiety. That makes no sense. And I agree with you. This is one of my big fights, that when my wife worked in the drug world in Delray and the rehab, I said it's big pharma giving money to politicians. Yeah. And it is so rigged, and it is so bad, because I saw firsthand, just from the stories and even seeing people and hearing the stories, firsthand accounts, how bad these opioids are. But yeah, they're protected by big pharma, and we do not have it right. We're firing people for using medical marijuana, which is much better than using the opioids. Brett Favre, former NFL quarterback, was talking about how he almost took his life because he had a pain pill addiction. And he said he realized that he had to kick it or it was going to kill him. And he said as he was dumping him in the toilet, he sat at his toilet, not on it, but by it, for 2 hours as he's dumping him down, saying, which way do I want to go with this? And he said it was a brutal fight to kick the pain pills. Dang. So, yeah, it's messed up.
What can we do as the people, Kevin, against the feds?
I think, one, our job is to inform people and let them know that this is happening. And these stories are bunk, and they are messed up, and it should not be happening. And somebody needs to get through to the federal government to say this needs to be changed.
You hear that, Peace Train? Sounds like Kevin's pot curious again.
I'm pot defiant at
They've
this
been
point.
trying for a while to get it federally legalized, because they're running into all sorts of issues now in America, because a lot of states are pro-marijuana and medical marijuana, and a lot of jobs, it's up to the discretion of the job. If it's a government job, there's no drugs allowed, according to the old verbiage. But a lot of private businesses, too, can choose whether to enforce it or not.
Now, answer this question, Dennys, because I'm kind of curious. And somebody texted in and said, Colorado allows recreational use of marijuana. So what, they don't receive a single dime in federal funding for schools? This makes no sense. How is this happening that you do have these states, an Oregon, a Colorado, recreationally, you can use it. And in Florida, we're firing teachers and city employees simply for using medical marijuana where they have had it doctor approved and have a card. Why is this happening?
Well, so even when Colorado first made it legal, there was a whole era, kind of like what Florida is going through, where they were having these issues with firing. Businesses didn't know how to handle it. A lot of it's just old verbiage in the contracts and when you sign and how the government was written. And like you said, it's still a Schedule I drug. It's still considered a bad drug.
Yeah.
But that's just because of old language, which is what they're trying to update. And there's a lot of old documents that when you read them, it excludes you. If you do marijuana, it still counts it as a drug because it's illegal on a federal level, which is why I think this year they're trying to vote federally to legalize it. I mean, I know they've been saying that for years, but it really does look like towards the end of this year it might happen because of all these issues.
It has to.
There's still a few states, though, that are 100% against it. There's only like 4.
I don't even smoke pot, but I would so vote for it to be federally legal. It's goofy. It makes no sense that it's legal in a state, but it's not legal in the country. Like, what the hell's the matter with us?
So are we really doing this? Are we going after the feds together?
We should.
We're going after them?
It's an uprising.
It's old laws. When they federalized America, they made these general laws. But at the time, a lot of states were governed independently, and even cities were governed independently. And slowly that has gone away, and it's been more of a federalizing, laws being federalized across America. I wouldn't be surprised if they made just, it's not individualized by state anymore. I know it's going to be tough to vote, but that it would just be federal laws for the entire Americas.
Yeah, it seems like an issue that somehow we need to change it at the federal level, have it reclassified so that you don't have these stories. Now, I'm not a proponent for people using it at work. You should get in the same kind of trouble smoking weed at work as you would drinking alcohol
Absolutely.
at work. But,
Speaking of, I brought beer.
Okay.
I really kind of want to crack
Your timing is off.
I think there's going to be a couple other drugs, too, that get taken out of that Schedule I.
Really, what would that be?
I think mushrooms are going to come out of there, too.
Wow.
They're using those for therapy. It's helping
Yeah.
people break through walls that they typically wouldn't. It allows people to think more abstractly, and the therapists say that it does work if you microdose it.
And it's actually helping people literally break through walls. They're taking mushrooms
Well, the walls
and
melt.
running through the wall.
The Kool-Aid Man.
When the walls melt, it's
yeah.
easy.
Breaking walls, literally.
Yeah, when the world's melting around.
Yeah.
Microdose, yeah.
Well, luckily we have an expert in here like Dennys, but
Yes.
he knows not only about drug classification, he knows that people have been on it. Imagine if Dennys were the narc and he had to be the judge where people came in and be like going, they're high or not. Nobody would get past Dennys.
I feel like he would give a lenient sentence, too, especially for the first-timers.
He would.
Oh, he'd be the coolest judge ever.
But
That's why you couldn't trust him.
Between the first and 9-timers, I think he'd be real cool.
Yeah, the first 10 times, I mean, it's fine.
All right, you ready to test Dennys here? Producer Dennys knows when you're high. We need some people that are high right now. I assume it's going to be no teachers or city employees. But if you are high, you can call us up, 877-979-WRMF.
So many teachers smoke weed.
877-979-9763. And if you want to try to act, to try to fool Dennys like you are high and you are not, call in right now. Producer Dennys knows when you're high is next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
He's producer Dennys, and he knows when you're high. He's producer Dennys, and he's one hell of a guy.
Oh, yes, he is. And he is going to tell you when you are high. All right.
Somebody just cracked a beer, Kevin.
It seems appropriate for the segment.
It's not Producer Dennys knows when you're drunk.
No. It does make the segment go fun.
She's going for a big beer, too. It's one of those 9% IPAs.
Oh, yeah.
I don't got to press no buttons like the Kevin Ralston.
All right, let's see here. Dennys, we're going to start you off with Demi in Port St. Lucie, often called Pot St. Lucie.
No.
Does that mean she's high or not? I guess we'll find out here. Good morning and welcome to the show, Demi.
Good morning, guys.
What is up, Demi? Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you guys.
Whoa, so formal. I feel like I'm at a job interview.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Dennys is going to be grilling you with a couple questions here before he comes up with a verdict as to whether you are high or not. Demi, what do you got for her, Dennys?
Demi, first question. How many weeks could you wear a full-body pigeon outfit?
Oh, I don't know. Probably just, I don't even know if I'd make it one.
Only one.
You don't even know she'd make it one.
Huh.
I could do it for 2 years, and with Kevin's enthusiasm behind it, I could do it for a decade.
Okay. Forever, huh?
Not forever.
It's
Not forever.
It's a long time.
2 years on my own, and then if
Yeah.
you really got behind it on the air, I could do a decade.
Okay, you're high.
We always chant, pigeon, pigeon, pigeon.
Kevin's got to get behind it, though.
Oh, I'm all behind it.
I'd hate that so much.
Okay. What's the next question you got, Dennys?
Demi, if someone juiced you, how much juice would they get, and what would it taste like?
Very dirty.
Wow.
They would get, they would like a full cup, and I would taste like apple.
Apple.
Apple. Oh.
I think you're underestimating yourself. I think we all got a lot more in a cup in us.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
We're really wrung out.
Yeah, you know what really opened my eyes to that? We get that raw ginger, and we run that through a juicer. I can't believe how much juice you get out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Stunning.
Apples, too, produce a ton
That's
of
why
juice.
I tell you, there's a lot of juicy humans. You would get a lot of juice out of us.
That ginger, Dennys keeps feeding it to me, and I swear he's slowly killing me.
I give it to him almost every time I see him.
Oh, it's tough to get down, but when it's in the body, man.
I do not react well to that thing.
Yeah.
It takes you out of your game for like an hour.
You should trick him and tell him, oh, it's just the Jameson and ginger, like the ginger ale.
Oh,
and have it be the full-on Jameson and real ginger.
It would kill me.
Bird still thinks that's what got him sick.
Ginger made you sick, huh?
He thinks that's what caused it.
From eating healthy?
Yeah, he went real healthy. It has the opposite effect on him. Okay, last question here for Demi.
Demi.
Or do you have a verdict? You can go with it if you want. If you feel like you need to ask her another one, do it. It's your call, Dennys. You're the master of this.
I'll ask her one more.
Okay.
We'll see here.
All right.
Demi, could you make a relationship work with Teddy Ruxpin?
Okay.
If one of his eyes was stuck.
Okay.
That's hard to say. I think it depends on a lot of things. But I can barely make any relationship work. So.
Oh,
damn.
That's tough.
Demi Downer.
It got real on
Demi
a
Downer.
Friday. Demi Downer.
Okay.
Demi,
All right,
why so blue?
Yeah, let's get into it. What do you
What?
think's not working?
Yeah, what's wrong with your dating life?
Let me guess. It's his fault.
You don't have to answer that.
I think she's crying.
Oh, boo. Don't cry. It's Friday. We got to pick you back up.
Party.
Demi, you okay?
Demi?
She's out. It got too real.
Demi?
It got too deep.
Wow.
Damn.
Well,
Well,
let's call her
Denny's.
back and check on her.
Do you want to guess? Yeah, do a welfare check.
Yeah. All right. What do you think, Virginia, if you had to guess? Do you think Demi was high or not?
I think she was, but I'm not as good as Denny's.
I know. I just want to see what you got to say. What do you think, Bird?
And I think she was low. She said
Yeah.
that last comment. I'm going no.
Not high. Okay,
Not
Virginia
high.
says high. Jaybird says not. Denny's, what do you think?
I don't think she was high either.
You don't think she was high. Denny's, you are correct. She was not high.
Oh,
There you go.
man, she might have to get high.
My suit's just checking on her. We're going to make sure she's all right. That relationship
Well,
will
we-
got us
know.
all down.
It's Friday. We talked about relationships. It was a sore subject.
You're right. Who would have known Teddy Ruxpin
Yeah,
would...
man.
We need to take her out.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Kill her?
She's not that down.
Put her out of her misery. Loneliness is a hell of a thing.
Gosh.
Come on,
I
old
wasn't
yeller.
thinking that.
Let's go
No,
out back.
Kevorkian.
Virginia's
I
got
don't
some
mean
mono
kill her.
clock.
I mean, like, take her out and show her a good
I
time.
agree.
All right, you got to be very
Take her
specific.
out to pasture.
Yeah.
Damn.
We got a lot of old mafia guys around here that might take you literally. Okay. All right. Let's try Austin here from Loxahatchee. Producer Denny's knows when you're high. Hello, Austin. Oh, I get it. Our phone's broke.
Oh,
man.
Not again.
Oh, okay. That's troubling when you're doing a phone bit.
We were having such great fun.
Yeah, we were. You know what? I am going to play this actually for our equipment.
Screwing up the show. Messing up the flow. The show is down ruined. What the hell are you doing?
Okay, there we go. All right, phones don't work, so I guess the game is over because it's kind of hard to play.
What's going on, Suits?
No
Give us an update.
What's going on?
Yeah, they're dead. I can't get a line in there.
Damn.
Okay, all right. Well, now Dennys has to go work on the phones.
We didn't pay our phone bill?
Yeah. All right. Well, the good news is honestly the best news about that, Demi didn't hang up in depression.
You're
Thank
right.
God.
So there we go.
Jeez,
So-
and they wonder why I drink. These are the
Okay.
reasons, Kevin.
All right. Well, there you go. Unfortunately, cut short here today. So there you go. When we fail, we go big. Apparently, it's not just the phones. The 97.9 WRMF app is out. Also, home speakers are out. And apparently, you can't get us in Miami and Port St. Lucie right now. So I'm not even really sure if we're broadcasting. So we probably have minimal audience, which is a perfect time to do a ghost segment. Kidding.
Well, you know what some people are suggesting?
What?
I did get quite lippy about the feds.
Oh, the feds came in.
Oh, they just canceled us?
They can't. Now people want us to cancel the feds. It's turned into a whole thing.
Whoa. Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I get lippy about the feds, about how we want to go after the feds, and then we are shut down.
I had heard that story one time. There's a legendary radio story about, I think it was a medium or something like that was channeling JFK. It was a New York City radio station, and he started getting some weird specifics, and apparently somebody came into the building and turned the radio station off.
What?
Yeah.
They did that with Art Bell, too. Art Bell remember Art Bell?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
had some guy get on and go, they know where I'm at. They know where they're going to find me. He's real nervous, and Art Bell is, what's going on here? What's happening? I think that was proven to be fake, but it still freaked everybody out.
That's kind of why, the legend of that New York City radio story. I wonder if there's accuracy to that it sounded like this medium was giving all the insider details on the conspiracy about the true death of JFK. Real or not? I don't know.
So are we actually on? If someone's
I don't
driving by
know.
Publix right now
I don't even
to
know
get
if
some
we're
bread,
broadcasting.
can they hear us?
I'm not
And
sure.
can they get
anything's
us a
working.
loaf?
Oh, gosh. I would love some butter bread right now.
I do know that the KVJ TV, that is working. So if you go to YouTube, you can watch us right there. So that is working fine. So that is the good news. If you want to check out this show, at least we're broadcasting on that platform.
And I think our numbers are getting up there. So with every storm comes a sunny day. This thing on.
We don't get rated on the YouTube numbers.
Doc, I'm trying to be positive. Oh, God forbid me try to be positive.
Okay.
You're
There you
just
go.
drunk.
So people are finding us. You're right. Those numbers are going up. So people that can't get us other places are going to YouTube and getting us there. So we'll find one of our platforms somewhere. If you put yourself on like 6 platforms, one of them hopefully will work.
Hey, look, if people want to, if they're feeling oh so froggy, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell button there
please.
too.
Please.
It might be the only place you can find us.
Because I think we just got fired again, publicly.
Yesterday, Jaybird told us a story about how a dark entity drifted out of his closet. It was kind of cigar-shaped, dark, and it drifted over him. And as it did, there was a burning sensation on his head. And then about a day later, Dennys notices a change in his hair color. What is normally jet black hair is now kind of brownish to light, and it's not gray hair. It's nothing else. It is a discolorization of his hair to a color that is not natural to his own.
Now, I do have gray hair, and I got some white hair in there, but there's a lot of black. There's a yellowish white off-white streak in my hair, and it does correlate to that time period.
Yes.
I can't prove it. It's not 100%.
And you didn't get into Denny's mushrooms that day when you were seeing stuff.
Denny's don't do no mushrooms. That's the wrong friend. I can give you a list of other friends, though.
So now you're saying that your dad as well has had his own weird, phenomenal experience that could be with the paranormal, and maybe there's some kind of connection. I do hear that sometimes people that have abilities pass it down. Could this be something you inherited from your dad?
Well, I told you guys one of the main things that's been happening at the new place is my piano will tickle itself. Like you hear it playing by itself. Not long chords or anything, but a bling, ding, out of the blue. There ain't nothing jumping on there. So my dad heard me tell that story. He heard that in real time. He didn't know about that. And then he told me this story that I recorded to let you guys know. Kind of a similar thing here.
Okay, so here's what Jaybird's dad had to say about his own experience.
Yeah, I had a similar experience like you, Jay Bird. My keyboard was electronic keyboard and I'd unplug it at night when I was done recording, and I was in a spiritual type of setting there with candles, and I was always trying to channel my dad as a keyboard player as I was writing a lot of music. And at night I'd go to sleep, and the next thing I know, I'd be sleeping, and the keyboard keys would be moving. It wasn't plugged in or anything, but the keyboards would be moving. I thought I had a rat, a mouse, or a large roach inside the keyboard. But if you turn the keyboard over, there's no way nobody or nothing could get in the keyboard because it was all encapsulated, sealed. So, but it continued for weeks, for actually months while I was recording music, and I really felt like it was my dad being channeled.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? Father like son?
Similar story.
Padre like mijo?
Did you ever get to meet your dad's dad?
When I was little, Grandpap Harry, but I told you guys before, I did not have a real relationship with any of my grandparents. I had some moments, but a lot of them passed on when I was young, and then one may have not been welcome in the family. We don't have to talk about that.
All right.
Drama, family drama.
I get it.
Yeah.
Well, that sometimes adds to agitation in the afterlife.
It does,
Yeah.
yes.
But Grandpap Harry wasn't excluded.
He was a peaceful man, fought for our country, real good dude.
What took him out?
Life. Heart.
He had heart problems?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a heart problem. I'm littered with them in my
Your
family.
dad and your mom.
All right, let's not give everyone's personal history. You can't tell her anything.
Right. She's going to break down the medical history of your entire family.
You just need to stay on top of your heart.
All right, well, cheers. I'm drinking a 9% beer at, what is it, 855A?
Yeah, you got other things that are going to take you out. Don't worry about your heart, man. You're going to die of other things first.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, first Krispy Kreme rewards you with free donuts if you get the vaccine. Now, if you're a little bit on the Randy side, there are going to be 3 strip clubs in Nashville, 2 female, 1 male, and they're offering lifetime VIP memberships worth more than $3,500 to anybody who gets vaccinated.
Wow.
That would be free admission for life.
That's awesome.
That is. I like they're throwing all these perks, these businesses out there. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Keep the dirty ones coming.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is kind of odd. I am a morning radio guy that hates mornings, and here's a personal trainer that hates sweat. Kind of makes about the same amount of sense getting into that career, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, she says it triggers her anxiety disorder, but her bosses tried to make her pick up used towels anyway.
Oh.
She ended up filing a case against the gym for unlawful harassment, and a judge just ruled in her favor. So I wonder if I can sue the station for making me wake up in the morning.
I mean, she's kind of in the wrong business, too. It's kind of one of those annoying cases. You're at the gym and you're afraid. Like, what are you, a lifeguard afraid of water?
Yeah, she's afraid of a serious fear of sweat.
Well, why the hell are you in a gym for?
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't she have picked a different career? She's annoying, and so is the judge.
I want to work at a zoo, but I am petrified of animals. I want to sue the zoo.
Yeah.
No, and they ruled in her favor?
Yeah, they did.
All right, now I'm drinking, I'm getting
Drink
angry.
again. Have another one. Just turned him into an angry drunk. 24-year-old guy in West Virginia got arrested after he showed up to a police station to get his lost wallet. Even though he knew there were drugs in it, he wanted those drugs so badly.
Oh,
and oddly
my.
enough, they had an issue with the drugs in his wallet, so he had to pay more money.
Dummy, you gotta let the drugs go. You don't go pick up your wallet with drugs in it.
Was it cane? Was it meth? Did it say?
Didn't say, but it's West Virginia, so I'm putting all my money on meth.
Yeah, you're right.
Doubling down. They don't have cocaine in West Virginia, dude.
That's a real luxury.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, A guy in Oregon stole a cash register from a restaurant, hit a parked car, and then left his cat at the scene when he ran off.
Oh, my.
Cat's like, hey, where'd he go? Crazy. Police in Ontario, Canada pulled over a guy with a homemade license plate on his motorcycle. Apparently, you can't make your own. He drew it with markers and it had a spelling mistake.
I played baseball with a dude that drove it around without a license plate. I swear to you, for an entire year in college, no one ever pulled him over. I guess you can do it.
Did he have a little sign that
He
said?
had nothing. He had no license plate whatsoever. He just drove it around town and never got in trouble.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess if you don't get pulled over.
Good for you. Yeah. There's a 57-year-old woman in New Hampshire that just gave birth. 57. She is one of the oldest women ever to give birth in the U.S. The oldest is a 60-year-old woman who gave birth in 2007.
Crazy.
Can you imagine that, Virginia? In 10 more years, you would give birth to yet another child, so it's still possible.
No.
Rocco could have a little brother or sister.
Oh, my gosh.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you find out there's a bun in the oven. Accidental. How are you, 1 to 10, how happy or annoyed are you?
I'm pretty annoyed. I would say if 10 is happy and 1 is completely annoyed, I'm a 2.
Okay.
It's tough. Now imagine in 10 more years.
I mean, no, I'm so tired. I mean, I'm going to have the baby, but I'm going to complain about it every day.
I know you complain so much already now. Can you imagine her 10 years older with a baby?
No.
Oh, man.
Awful.
Let's all pray that doesn't happen. Did you know? I'm sure Jaybird's very excited. Today is National Spinach Day. So, if you're going to be celebrating, have some spinach.
I saw that, and I saw the radio article they wrote up about it, how spinach actually really does help with your muscles.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Researchers in Australia found that people who eat spinach or other leafy greens every day have 11% stronger leg muscles than people who don't, even if they both exercise the same amount and do the same amount of weight.
Wow.
Are you spinach lovers?
I do. I
do.
love spinach.
Yep.
I tried it when I thought I was dying in October. I tried to cook it, and it was not good.
I like it in a salad. I like it on a burger. I like it in replace of lettuce.
You know what? My wife will put it in the air fryer too.
Yes.
We'll have that. We put all kinds of vegetables in there.
I
It's
put
fantastic.
some garlic in it.
I
and
put it on my
butter.
pizza. I always put spinach on my pizza.
You guys are so
Always.
crazy with your food.
Yeah.
I love it.
You guys are going gamming on about spinach.
Oh, it's great. Oh, if I could only put that in a vending machine. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, I'd love to hear what are things that you loved as a kid but hate as an adult. Now, on the reverse, I hated spinach as a kid, but I love it as an adult. But this is kind of the other way. Things you loved as a kid but now hate as an adult. What would you say is on your list? You can let us know.
Do you want
Bubblegum ice cream. I thought it was the best thing ever.
Do you want our answers now, or is
No.
Virginia ruining the bit?
She's kind of going a little, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We're trying to go to a break, but
And furthermore,
Kevin, I have a few
we have
suggestions.
this thing called commercials. 877-979-WRMF. You can text those into us right now. You loved it as a kid, but as an adult, oh, I can't stand it. A lot of these answers that people are hitting us up with on the KVJ Show Facebook page have to do with food. It's really kind of interesting how our food choices change from being a kid to an adult. Sarah had said bologna sandwiches. I think actually I might still like bologna sandwiches. I would think I would still be game for them if they had a good spicy mustard on them.
Panda does those fried bologna sandwiches where it's like a grilled cheese with bologna and it's like a whole buffalo thing. But I just can't get past bologna.
Yeah, I played ball with a guy who would always eat bologna sandwiches and then burp and blow it on people.
That's tough.
And for me, it just ruined the whole thing. Just all of it.
Forever.
The whole bologna universe.
Yeah, forever.
I've got written down Vienna sausages. Loved them as a kid. I would eat them out of the can. Loved them.
Ashley's on here from Palm Coast. Ashley, you're the same way. You loved Vienna sausages as a kid and you hate them now?
Yes, I cannot stand them. I can't stand the smell anymore.
What do you think it is for both of you that as a kid you loved it and just now?
It tasted great, but then
Yeah.
you realize as you grow older, these are little gross weenies in a can, and it's got Vienna sausage
I think it's
juice.
truth. I think it was the ignorance of our youth that had you, because you're not thinking about what's in the food you're eating. And I think that's a big part of it. I know, Ashley, you also had a Feel Good Friday shout out you want to throw out real quick?
Yes, I have to. I'm moving from Palm Coast to Vero Beach. I'm going to be closer to listening to the show on the radio now.
Nice.
And I have only 9 more. And I only have 9 more days till I'm 21, and I can't wait to drink with you guys.
Oh,
Wow, okay.
No Vienna sausages.
Yes, right.
No, and Bigfoot is real, Jaybird.
Yeah.
I love
it.
Go.
It's adorable.
I love it.
Okay, other food items that some other people have had, and maybe some of these are on your list as well, Jaybird. Afton has ketchup.
Get out of here. I'm a big
I
ketchup
agree.
lover.
Ketchup's disgusting.
I can eat ketchup all without even any kind of food.
Okay, Malia said canned ravioli.
Yes.
Now, if you're getting the beefaroni kind of a world, yeah. Chef Boyardee does great things. Their meat looks gray. And you can tell it's not good for you.
Yeah.
But by gosh, can they make a meatball, Virginia?
It's disgusting. And yeah, I did eat it as a kid, but I blame my parents. They just gave us crap.
Oh, you know what else I loved as a kid that reminds me of that? Remember you got the alphabet noodles with the marinara sauce in the can?
Yes.
Alphabet pasta?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I loved it, man.
Those, and my mom used to always give us those hot dogs with the cheese in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love them too. We would take really cheap Winn-Dixie pieces of bread and take that alphabet soup or that alphabet spaghetti and make alphabet spaghetti sandwiches. Gosh, I loved it.
Yeah, people were citing like the SpaghettiOs, canned pastas, things like that. They used to love as a kid, and they can't stand it now as an adult. Stacy said fish sticks. She loved as a kid, can't stand them now. I think
You can't say that fast.
I know.
Fish sticks are so gnarly.
What?
Fish sticks are so gnarly.
You have to slow down when you say that.
Yeah.
I can't talk slow when I talk about food.
Megan said dipping apple slices in ketchup. Yeah, kids.
But that, I mean,
yeah,
that's
that's just kind of gnarly.
I also have olive loaf. I loved it as a kid. I'd roll up olive loaf and put that hamburger.
Is that a
relish.
meat or a bread? I don't know what olive loaf
It's
is.
a slight. It's almost like I think it's bologna with little olives in it. It looks like buttons. It looks like buttons, meat buttons.
Yeah.
Or button meat. But it looks like buttoned meat. Loved it.
I think it's an Italian thing.
Oh, and then the liverwurst. Loved it as a kid. It came in a long tube where you'd have to slice the plastic open, and then it would ooze out like guts. And I would just get down on that liverwurst. And I think about that now, and I want to cry.
Some of the other food items that people loved as a kid but hate as an adult. Donna said red Hawaiian punch.
Oh, it's so good. But all you have to do is throw up one time violently.
It's too thick. Oh.
Yeah, your Tequesta ass can't handle the Hawaiian punch.
No.
Carrie said peeps. Loved them as a kid, hated them as an adult.
Hate them.
Hate them.
Merlin said candy corn.
Oh, I love candy corn.
I know, right?
Yeah, candy corn's terrible.
Candy corn's awesome.
The people who go to bat for candy corn, you can't trust them.
I want to get a gourmet candy corn. Is anybody making like a gourmet candy corn?
Imagine that. She's taking cheap candy and making it fancy.
Right.
I would love that.
Jen said as a kid she loved Fun Dip, can't stand it now. Angie said Twinkies. Gosh, I think Twinkies are amazing.
Twinkies kind of, they ain't no... I'm not a big fan of Twinkies. It's the one time I agree with the witch. It's too much chemical stuff and not the good stuff.
Getting some shout outs for gelatin type desserts. You loved them as a kid, like your Jell-O, and now as an adult, it's gnarly.
Yeah, because I found I was eating horse hands. No one told me about that.
Yeah.
Horse don't have hands.
You know what I mean.
You mean hooves?
Hooves. I wanted to humanize the horse.
Horrifying. You see a horse coming at you, he's got hands.
I know they got hooves.
He slaps you.
Excessive amounts of frosting. I don't know. I still today feel like
I
I
gotta
can
get down
plow
on
down.
frosting.
When I was making my king cakes, I made all that cream cheese frosting. And that cream cheese frosting, I can sit there and eat with a spoon.
Yeah, I think I could still do that as
Oh,
well.
so good.
Our friend Felicia Rodriguez at WPBF, she responded and said, drinking strawberry Nestle Quick and eating mint chip ice cream. I don't know what it was when I was a kid. I ate mint chip ice cream all the time, too. That was my go-to.
So much Nestle Quick.
But if you were doing that combo together, I mean, there's no way you don't crap your pants.
Yeah. Some other things, too, that you loved as a kid but hate as an adult. It's not all about food. Marianne said camping in a tent. And I would have to agree. I used to have my own tent. I'd pitch it in the backyard, sleep in it. I'd wake up hot with mosquitoes on me. Now, if I did that, I'd be, what am I doing? Terrible. Donna said summer. And a lot of people agreed. As a kid, you loved summer. And now it's crazy hot if you lived up north earlier and now you live in South Florida. You kind of dread summers. Plus, with the kids, it's more problems for you, and you don't get the joy of being off and just having nothing to do like you used to. Summer's not cool as much as an adult.
I gotta pay for these kids to go to summer camp,
Yeah,
and it's
right.
$200 or more a week.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to start a fast food war here, but growing up, I loved Arby's. They got the meats, and I loved it. And as I grew out of Arby's.
You grew out of meats.
But Arby's,
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Arby's specifically, I would go there for their beef and cheddar, their Arby's sauce. I don't know. We fell out of love with each other.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah.
ranch dressing.
Damn.
Things you loved as a kid but hate as an adult. Gabby said driving. Remember when you first started, how much you were just like, I can't wait to drive. And now you're like, oh, I got to drive.
Driving sucks.
If I never had to drive again and it was all taken care of somehow, some way,
Yeah.
I would be so happy.
I never sit down and go, man, I really could just go driving. No, I don't like. I'm with you.
Tommy said sleeping on laundry piles. Loved doing it as a kid, but if you do it as an adult, you're usually hammered. Also, sleeping at a friend's house. Somebody's saying, I remember I used to love to sleep at a friend's house, and now if we go out partying, it could be 2 a.m, and I would take a $60 Uber just so I could wake up in my own bed. I hate sleeping over at anybody else's place.
Well, because then you have to, you want to change the air condition, you want to get a snack, you got to make poop. You're at someone else's house.
Yep. Things you loved as a kid but hate as an adult, getting mail. Remember how exciting it was to get mail as a kid?
Now it's bills.
I hate it. I haven't got a good piece of mail in probably 23 years.
Yeah, it's about right for a lot of adults. Getting a phone call. I remember how excited I'd be. The phone would ring. I'm like, is it for me? Is it for me? Is it for me? And now I'm like, don't let it be for me. Don't let it be for me.
Please don't call me.
I'm so bad at talking on the phone. I'm not good.
And things you loved as a kid but hate as an adult. Somebody put their brother. Okay. All right. That's tough. Oh, that's tough. That is tough.
Hit subscribe on our YouTube channel now to follow KVJ and watch KVJ TV. Now back to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF.
Do most people have a post-divorce backup plan ready? This is kind of an odd thing. To me, I don't know about it, but this email said, my sister-in-law was having some wine with me the other night when she confessed that she has a backup plan if her and my brother ever get divorced. She said she's been eyeballing this job on the west coast of Florida, and she knows exactly what town she's going to live in, what car she's going to upgrade to, and even what kind of guy she's going to date. And by the way, they are much different than my brother. She insists there's nothing wrong in her marriage, and it's not weird for people to always have a backup plan in their mind of what their life would become if they got divorced.
It is weird, though, for you to verbalize it to a guy's sister and you're married to that guy.
That's what I thought, too.
Exactly. Come on.
You're an idiot because she's going to tell him. Or, I mean, if she has any allegiance to her brother whatsoever, she's going to be like, dude.
Which she should.
Probably be the wine. You know, she lowered her inhibitions a little too much.
I know about drinking and saying things you shouldn't say.
Yeah. She said, I don't have a backup plan. Am I the weird one?
No.
Get out of here.
You're not the weird one. I don't think most people go into a marriage or they're in the middle of a perfectly good marriage with a backup plan. You start to get a backup plan when things start to go bad.
Yeah, you're looking for something different on the menu, as they say in the business.
Okay. Well, Is that what they say? Doesn't really sound like a lot of married people do have that plan B, but we did get a text of somebody who said, I was married and I didn't have that backup plan. Young me really believed that you mate for life and that it's forever. And then I had to move in with my parents at the age of 27. Maybe that backup plan's not such a terrible idea after all.
Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, you can't think in those kind of terms, though, because when you're getting married and you're excited about your future, your mind just doesn't go there.
Don't beat yourself up.
Don't beat yourself up. Just be grateful and happy that you could move back in with your parents and you were able to put it all back together. I mean, that is a beautiful gift right there.
Yeah.
Look at the positive. You got away from that creep. Your parents help you start anew.
Don't beat yourself up.
Don't beat yourself up.
To me, it is a sign. I know she's trying to insist that things are great in the marriage, but I can't believe that you have a great marriage and you love what you're doing and you have a plan B. Plan B seems to be like what you're thinking about when you're saying, okay, what's the number for a divorce attorney? What's plan B?
Right.
Yeah.
Plan B also is when, I got a case of the lusty thoughts. You know what I mean? I'm not happy here at home. Grass
Wandering
is greener.
eye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted a little feedback real quick because they got an event coming up tomorrow. It is a baby shower for a female friend, and the soon-to-be baby's father was recently arrested for felony sexual battery.
Oh.
Alleged victim is not the friend, but some other woman.
What?
My friend and this guy broke up last year. I considered this guy a friend, too. We had bonded over talking about sports. So he wasn't supposed to go to the baby shower. He's on house arrest, but my wife just informed me that our friend, the expecting mother, told my wife that this guy is coming. He apparently got some kind of special exemption for leave while under house arrest. And apparently, according to our friend, this guy doesn't know that my wife and I know about the pending felony rape charges. I want to go out and support our friend, but I don't want to associate with this guy. There will only be about maybe 3 or 4 men there, and I'm concerned that he's going to want to hold a conversation with me at some point, especially talk about sports. And there's a lot of sports going on this weekend. While, of course, I wouldn't make a scene at the baby shower about his pending charges, I'm concerned this guy will sense my change in demeanor towards him, not wanting to be as friendly, and suspect that I know what's going on, and that might cause an issue. So what do? Do I not go to the baby shower? Do I make an excuse?
This is easy.
What do you think?
I think you should go, but go, hey, congratulations, here's my gift, here's the snacks, I brought some cheese puffs. Gotta go, guys. I gotta go mow the lawn, sprinkle the grass.
Pee in the grass?
Well, I mean, sprinkler.
Say you have a work thing you have to do. Don't say you have to go mow the lawn.
Yeah, there you go.
Go, like he said, bring a beautiful gift. Make sure it's wrapped really gorgeous. Bring like some little snacks or great idea.
Cheese puffs.
Bring other fun things that'll make the mom to be happy. Give these all to her and say, I'm so sorry. I've got a family emergency, a personal issue, a thing at work. I've got something I've got to go to. I can't be here.
Well, the baby and the mom, they don't suck. He's the one that sucks. So why do they have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and even then, too, I mean, you are kind of early bailing and taking away your presence, and maybe they really want you there. I've kind of been in these situations before where, there's an individual that you may kind of detest that might be there. They're just unpleasant in conversation, or they have something like that hanging over them. And I typically will just ping away from them. I'll make an excuse, got to go over to do something, and then just kind of keep running from them, basically.
But you're the Kevin Ralston. They want to find you. They want to pick that brain. They want to talk.
I know, and then I just excuse myself again. I've done that where I think after about 3 times, I think the guy kind of got the hint.
I'll
And
tell you,
at that point, I don't necessarily care.
Here's a good move sometimes, too. Go before the party starts. Have some moments with them. Bring the cheese puffs like we talked about. Have that one-on-one encounter. Go, I got to go do work stuff. I'm out.
That's a good thing, too. Yeah. Just make sure that whatever you bring is going to make the mom to be really happy. You might have to spend a little more than you were going to, but you want to be extravagant with your gift because you're being limited with your time.
What's the price range on a baby shower? You want to spend between $75 and $110?
I think anything above 50 is good.
Thank you for your answer.
You can spend below 50, but you can't spend below 20.
Yeah, you can't show up at a baby shower with a $20 gift, right? People will talk.
I mean, no, nobody's going to talk, but I think you should always try to shower with as much as you can afford.
There is a text that does say, too, if it's pending and not actual rape charges, many guys have had their lives destroyed by false rape charges. So keep that in mind, too. Innocent until proven guilty. We, as people, don't often take that on.
No, I've never subscribed to innocent before proven guilty.
That is horrifying.
And true.
Well, this weekend, there is a lot of sports stuff going on. You got March Madness firing back up. We're down to the Sweet 16, so it gets more and more intense. And for the first time ever, you've got all these low-ranked seeded teams that are still left in it.
Is Oral still showing
Oral
up?
is still in there.
Okay.
15 seed that knocked off my Buckeyes and then the Florida Gators. So
I
they're
could care
still in
less
there.
about this. And now that Oral's still
Yeah.
in there, I'm all in on Oral.
It
I know
is.
you love Oral.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. So that
It
is going to
always
be going
is.
on.
Oh, yeah. When you know Oral is on deck, it's like, yeah.
Uh-huh. You've also got the final weekend for spring training. So if you haven't gotten out to a game or you want to go check out a game, you've got a night game at the ballpark at the Palm Beaches tonight with the Marlins and the Astros that you could check out. You've got a night game tomorrow with the Marlins and Cardinals at Roger Dean Stadium at 6:05. And then on Sunday, Marlins Mets at Roger Dean, Nationals Cards at the ballpark of the Palm Beaches. Final weekend for that. Miami Open is starting to get into it as well. It goes on until the 4th, and we'll be wrapping up next weekend. But you'll start seeing some good competition this weekend at Hard Rock Stadium if you want to go check that out.
Miami Open. This is a little golf thing, little soccer. What is this thing? little tennis. Miami.
It's tennis.
Tennis. All
Yeah,
right.
never heard of the Miami Open?
Miami Open. I have not heard. I heard of the Lipton.
Okay. Yeah, Miami Opens. They're kind of growing this thing. Yeah.
Man, I'm a tennis head.
He claims to be a tennis aficionado.
I never claimed that.
Poser.
I play tennis. And I rode it hard. It broke me, actually.
It did. Okay.
Tennis broke me. It did.
You also have the Palm Beach International Boat Show going on Flagler and West Palm.
Beautiful.
That is this weekend. Your green markets all over South Florida. And then on Sunday, they're doing a South Beach Wine and Food Festival artisan market on Lincoln Road, getting ready for the real thing. So kind of getting y'all ginned up for that. And then tomorrow, you might want to go out and support our bud George Hood. He is 63, and he's going to be attempting to set the Guinness World Record for the most push-ups in an hour. The current record is 2,919.
Is this the cat we had in studio back in the day? Do we have him?
I believe so. Hello, George. He's on with us right now. George.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. Were you in studio with us a couple years ago?
I could have been.
Okay.
Which event are you referencing?
You, I believe, had done another push-up. Was it a world record before? You do several push-up records. This isn't your first.
No. The plank record is what I'm known for.
That's right. That's what it was. You're right.
It was the plank.
Yeah.
Yes, you did come in here and you spanked Kevin Ralston's ass.
Yeah.
Spank that plank.
Yeah. It's amazing what you're doing. I saw you're a former Marine. Is that right, George?
That's correct.
Okay, so you're accustomed to doing push-ups. In fact, oddly enough, I did think of you yesterday as I was doing push-ups and I was struggling to get to 30. I thought about you going to 2,919. And I'm kind of curious because you're going to be doing this at Evolution Fitness in Boca tomorrow. Have you already done over what is the record? Do you walk in there with confidence tomorrow knowing that you're going to break this?
Absolutely. I've been training for the last 14 months. Due to COVID and everything else, I just resigned myself to the fact that I could just start training, and I started knocking out these push-ups, and I'm close to 1.3 million in the last 14 months.
That's
Wow.
So yeah, no, I go in there with a lot of confidence. It's ready to do battle. It'll be my last, set of push-ups for 1 hour, and we'll get it done.
How many are you doing every day to train? And are you doing them all at one time or breaking them up?
I break them up, and I was averaging up to about 5,000 plus a day, and I knocked that off about a month or so ago, and really started tapering. I took a hard break and just started tapering down, just let the body recover. Because I was chasing that million mark. I wanted to do 1 million. I wanted to be the only guy in the world to ever do 1 million push-ups, unless of course you know of anybody else.
Yeah.
I wanted that was pretty brutal. And then once January hit, I started looking at Boca and talking to the guys.
How many a day are you talking about, George? Would you guess?
5,000 a day.
5,000 a day.
Okay.
Usually in about 4 sets.
Okay.
All right, so you train so hard like that. Here's my question.
Yeah.
When you have that many push-ups under your belt, do you feel like when you walk in a parking lot or any time you're walking alone, nobody could murder you if they tried? You're that strong?
Well, no, I don't take any chances like that, but I take nothing for granted. No, you can't get a false sense of security. You have to be confident. I've got to be the warrior. This has got to be. It's not like the plank. This is going to be the most kinetic, dynamic, and powerful. Exodus of energy. I've been calling it that I've ever had to expel in 1 hour.
Do you have any idea where you might land in 1 hour? If the record right now is 2,919 push-ups in 1 hour, how many do you think you're going to get tomorrow in Boca?
I only need to do 2,920, and in that last minute and 20 seconds, that's when I go to fight.
Okay.
And we'll take it. Yeah.
And people want to know.
That's when the show is.
Yeah. Okay. So the last minute's really when it gets exciting.
Yes.
Okay. And what time is this going?
I'm running a marathon with my arms. Think about it that way.
Yeah.
So pacing yourself is the key.
Okay.
Seriously. And that takes discipline and training. So this thing will get underway tomorrow at 10 a.m. ish at Evolution Fitness. I encourage everybody to come out and see it. And if you got kids, bring them out. I'm sure there's a lot of kids around here that are looking for good things to do, and come see a world record being set.
That's cool. And what was your plank record? People were wanting to know.
Well, that I still own. That's the Guinness World Record is 8 hours, 15 minutes, and 15 seconds that we did 13 months ago.
Yep, I'm coming for you.
The record is safe, sir.
I'm coming for you. World Record Wednesday is something you might have heard of.
He's like, no, never heard of it.
Yeah, no clue. All right, George, best of luck, buddy.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Keep spreading the good word.
Okay, buddy. There you go.
Get it, George.
Man, it's nice to talk to someone that's actually chasing greatness and that's a legit winner.
Well, you know what? It goes to show you how much work it takes. 14 months he's been chasing this, and this was a guy that was already jacked before going into it.
But I wonder, to get to that level, it's got to be insanity for you. Even on days where you don't feel like doing these push-ups.
That's where it's hard.
You're kind of, maybe your spirit's a little down. The guilt or the pressure of not doing your push-ups, that's going to be a major factor in this whole thing.
I was down and tired yesterday. I got to 30, and I just realized I'm a loser.
You did 30, though.
It just, yeah.
And you struggled with 30?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Wasn't there a time where 30?
My third set, but it still was tough.
Okay, so you did 90 then.
Yeah.
All right. Was there a time where 90 wasn't so hard for you? Or do you feel like
I'm not as strong as I used to be. Yeah.
It's an interesting question.
Kevin, none of us are.
I know, and I'm looking at George. He's 63, and he's just getting better.
Well, that's why I asked him that murder question. I feel like if you do that many push-ups, you feel like you're pretty good in any kind of situation if someone attacks you, barring a gun.
I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think you just look better in your casket.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
I feel like that guy would be a workhorse in the bedroom.
Why didn't you ask him that, Virginia?
I was gonna, but I was like, well, that's kind of rude.
It's 2021, consent. You don't know if you should ask that kind of stuff.
Thought maybe it might have gotten awkward.
You have to ask consent first for a weird question.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, let me just be quiet because I'm rude.
Oh, that's good realization.
Want to watch The KVJ Show? YouTube.com. Search KVJ Show. Subscribe. The KVJ Show will be back in minutes on 97.9 WRMF.
Tennis historians, just so you know, somebody texted us, the Miami Open going on this weekend at Hard Rock Stadium. It was the Lipton, then the Citrix, and then it moved to Hard Rock. So now it's called the Miami Open. So it's changed over the days, just to let you know. And I thought this was kind of interesting, and it makes sense. They say that sports fans now increasingly prefer highlights over watching live games. They say the number is now over half for Major League Baseball and NBA and just below 50% for the NFL. I've noticed myself that same way too. It's really hard unless I'm really invested in the team to sit down and watch a game. I prefer the highlights. You can get them on your mobile devices and everywhere. So the challenge they now have, they say, is one, to entice viewers to watch full games, which is tough, and two, to monetize highlights at a rate that doesn't push people away. So it's really a big struggle. You know, we keep saying that. Every time there's a Super Bowl, college football championship, the ratings are down. And a big part of it is because of this. That's what people want and they'll tolerate. So.
Do you think they need to make things quicker, move faster? I know they're even doing that with things like Jeopardy. I watched Jeopardy the other night. They've got that thing moving real quick, way quicker than it used to.
I think every sport needs to. I mean, even baseball has done their own begrudgingly attempts to make the game a little bit faster. They need to do more. I think the NBA has really grown because they've tried it and they've done things to make it more energetic. But if you're a sport that's not willing to try to change and deal with people's now new sensibilities, you're going to be left in the dust.
Maybe if the baseball players took out that pacifier they're sucking on, Virginia.
Got the After the Show podcast coming up here in just a bit. Going to be talking about your binge watching habits. Are they normal or not? Before we get to that, Jay Bird, if you would wrap us up with your thought for the day.
We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.